All right, so now you've heard a little bit about what
Did you
annoys
do your
us.
own?
No.
Is that Vanessa?
And another thing she does is she'll scream at really high volumes whenever she says she's going to rollerblading because it's a nice day.
She does do that thing when she's something she's excited about. She cannot control the volume of her voice.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not really excited.
All right, Vanessa, there you go. You're off the hot seat. Is that you feel good about yourself?
I feel great.
All right.
Feel better, right?
Feel
I
better.
do.
Not all ideas are good ones. Need proof? Check out Klein Alley Show right now on YouTube. That's right, someone decided to let you look at these creatures that were originally only hired to hide in the shadows of this windowless studio. You've been warned. Klein Alley Show, now on YouTube, for some reason. KROQ. Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah. Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday here on the world famous KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming back for more. Coachella tickets at some point this morning will be yours because legally we can't keep them for ourselves. God, I wish we could. I'm Klein. That's Allie.
Morning.
You got the DJ Omar Khan right there, known as the audio sniper. Jake the nerd in the back.
Me.
Arbiter of sound. He was once fat, but now he's getting thinner because he just started the weight loss journey.
Oh, is he going to become all that?
He's going to become all that.
Wow.
Super thin. That's going to be his new thing. The Arbiter of Air is going to be Jake's new motto.
Well, he said that last night he finally started feeling the effects of the medication.
That's right. He's already squeezing back into his triple extra large Tool t-shirts, so he's very excited.
XLs.
XLs. He's looking great.
You lost your appetite, Jake?
I didn't have any snacks last night, so yeah.
No urges? Nothing?
No, like the opposite. I didn't even thinking about food made me like no.
Oh, man, really?
It's kind of like a superpower.
Wow.
Cool.
You know, like when you go out, like long before there was such a thing as Ozempic or Wegovy or any of those
Hey,
weight
let's
loss
get Vito's
drugs.
pizza this morning.
We should get Jake's favorite
Yes!
pizza. See if we can break
Please
him.
don't do that.
You know, there are always people you'd see at like events, especially events that had free food, and they had the self-restraint to just not stay. Like I would always follow around whoever was holding the
Of course.
I don't know how people do that. I would work catering events, and people would be like, "No, I'm good, thanks."
when-
I'm like, "What are you doing
I know.
here?"
Whenever I'm standing at any event and a tray comes by that has food on, I don't even care what the food is. I will
Absolutely.
always take one and then do the thing where I reach around the person with my other arm and take another
Yes.
one. And sometimes I'll be talking to someone and
Don't
they'll be
mind me.
and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm good," and I'm like, "What is wrong with you?"
Sometimes I do the fake, like, "Oh, what do we have here? What is
Right.
this?"
You still
oh.
pretend you care, but you're still going to eat it.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine. If you
Right.
twist my arm.
And this is like your third serving.
yeah. They're like we're on a first name basis.
I do the same thing. I mean, not even at fancy events. I'm talking about Costco. Sometimes they're giving out spoonfuls of mayonnaise, and I'm like, "All right, I've always been interested in this. Let me try that out."
Where is this again? Yeah, what aisle?
Take one for each of my kids as well. And they're like, "Whoa, this guy's got a problem." Well, anyway,
to
good.
actually
Jake is-
reject food that
Jake
you
is
know
in
you
recovery.
love.
Jake's in recovery. Unbelievable. God damn.
It would be funny to take all his favorite foods and bring in one each this week.
I agree. I think we
Oh
should
my
start
God,
see how
that's
powerful that
hilarious.
medicine is.
Yep.
So
You don't need to do that, but thank you.
yeah, we'll do it. Don't worry. We'll start with the Franciscana. That's going to be your hardest because you love that beer.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
I
other?
got one of those.
What's the one you like when they don't have Franciscana?
Oh, Weiss Stefano.
That's still not the right pronunciation.
He's adding more syllables every time.
It's like Vanessa's Wiener Schnitzel commercial.
Vanessa,
Franciscana,
Vanessa,
whatever.
where's the hot dog place you like?
Winner Schnitzel.
Jake, what's the beer? What's the beer you like?
Weiss Stefano.
2 new sponsors.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We are KROQ. This is Klein Alley's show, and yesterday some exciting things here at the radio station.
Yes.
I heard a familiar voice on the radio yesterday. Is it true? Is Kevin back?
One of the many questions that will be answered, I believe, at some point this morning during our show, believe it or not.
We answer questions.
We answer questions. We create a lot more, but
yeah.
sometimes we do answer some questions. So
Eventful day we
it
have.
will be an eventful day. And a big surprise guest that may or may not have anything to do with that message that was sitting on the goat line. And we will give you all them details coming up this morning. It's a great day to be locked in on KROQ. right, we are KROQ, Klein Alley Show. If you need us, phone's open, text line open, 800-520-1067. Sometime after 9 o'clock, we get you into Coachella. More importantly, I would say, sometime after 8 o'clock, a big special guest joining us live in the KROQ studios. A guest that of all the people that I thought we would have on the show, or was hoping that we would ever have on the show, I thought there'd be a 0.0% chance it would ever happen.
I never thought I would meet this person.
Today's the day it will happen. So just after 8 o'clock this morning, clear your schedule, quit your job, do what you must do, and be locked in. Great day to start watching us on YouTube if you're not already, or listening along. Perhaps you know what we're talking about if you were listening to any of KROQ yesterday. And if not, it'll be...
Can I drop a hint?
Sure, go ahead, Omar. I'm sure this won't be obvious.
Ooh, me so horny.
So, could be anyone. I'm not going to say who it is, but there's a hint right there. So,
we won't give it away now.
Not going to tell you who it is. Just got to keep dangling that carrot in front of you.
Do you think this mystery person has listened to this show at all?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, no chance in hell.
Don't think this mystery person has been up before 10 a.m. in a long time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Still sleeping right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And perhaps during the 8 o'clock interview could still be happening. So I'm excited. We got the petty claims court back. Vanessa says we got a great case. Relationship hangs in the balance. You'll become a member of the jury to help determine if a relationship stays together, breaks up forever. We got all sorts of issues going on with my nipple piercing. You know, we're supposed to be now 4 days or three days until I pierce the nipple here on the show. And a lot of people were concerned that met me with my shirt off at the Big Bear Lake thing, and they said, Klein, your nipples, are comically small. So small that
they're unpierceable.
I met a guy that had pierced nipples.
Well, you got small areolas. Can you post a picture of your nipple?
I'd like to not do that.
Post, please.
I'd like to not post it. It's one of.
Or have
science.
Justin do a zoom in on YouTube right now.
No, we don't need to do a zoom in.
Go ahead, take off your shirt.
It's 6:10 in the morning. We don't need to zoom in on my nipples.
Do it for the show, man. Zoom in.
Yes.
I'll do it if you do it.
Yesterday,
Okay.
oh God, yesterday, if you remember, we did the show nude. It was our OnlyFans show. It just happened to be an April Fool's gag. But people have pointed out, people that have actual pierced nipples, that they believe my nipples may be unpierceable because of how small. Not just the areola. My areola very small, but my nipple even smaller. And I don't know how you would
stretch that thing out while they pierce.
Yeah, I think you can just slap it a few times.
Yeah,
and then it'll get hard enough.
Is that what works for you, Allie?
Yeah. You just slap it, and you go,
Slap
and then you do a little
rub it down.
All right,
and then it'll be fine. That's what professional piercers do.
We did hear from the lawyers.
3 days till nip.
3 days until nip. This Friday, because you guys raised over $5,000. I now have to do the third part of the punishment. It wasn't enough to do the frosted tips and the frosted dips. Now they want the pierced nips, and that's supposed to be, pierced nip, and that's supposed to be happening on Friday.
Yeah.
Speaking of frosted tips, where are the frosted tips?
They're gone.
He got rid of them.
How do you do that, fancy boy?
I bought a box at CVS.
Did you dye your hair? Are you that vain? Are you for real right now?
Well, listen, I'll tell you right now.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's not vain.
That is hilarious.
It's not vanity.
Did your wife make you do it?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well,
oh, man.
She was going out of town for...
That is hilarious.
She was going out of town for a trip for a week. She's out of town now.
Yeah.
And she said before she left, I said, hey, you think we can get a quick puttins before you leave? I mean, I said it better than that,
Oh, my God.
And she said...
romantic, you?
And she said, I'd be open to it, but you got to do something about that hair. I said, I'll just wear a hat. She goes, I think it's weird to have sex with a guy wearing a hat.
Okay.
Really?
That's what she said. And
So you did it for the sex? Okay,
I did it for the sex. That's the only reason I did it. So I said,
All right.
and I said, how long would it take me to dye my whole hair? And she goes, for a woman, it's like a 9 hour process.
It's very long.
And I said, well, we're not going to have that kind of time. So I ran over to CVS. I said
some Sharpies.
Said to the person, I said, I need to fix this mess. I pointed to the top of my head, and they said, yeah, come on over here. They took me to this aisle. Of course, everything's locked up. They said, I don't go with the darkest one. That's the best way to cover up your bleached hair. And I grabbed this box.
You did a pretty good job.
I didn't realize. I did this whole thing in about under 5 minutes. I didn't realize how much that stuff stains everything. For the whole day.
Oh, and you don't know that it's stained yet.
You don't realize
because it's just the regular cream.
So all of my fingers were black. It looked like
you didn't use gloves?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I didn't know.
They're in the box, man.
I didn't know.
I know they're right there.
You know, they weren't right there. I didn't see them until after you, because you know what? To see the gloves, you have to unfold the instructions, which I didn't read either.
You didn't read the instructions?
No, I just looked at the back of the box and it said, take it out, mix the two things together, put it in your hair, wait 5 minutes, get in the shower.
5 minutes? No way.
This is what I'm telling you, Allie. This is what I did. 5 minutes. I put it in. I put it just over the blonde stuff. Got in the shower and popped out, and it looks fine. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it looks fine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine for now. Up close, it looks bad. I think I do need a professional to come in and help me.
I think I can actually see some of the blonde through the dye job.
But I haven't told her. It's funny because as I said to her, here you go. My hair's back. Let's do it now. She said, can you stop doing stupid things for the radio show? And I didn't even have the heart to tell her about the nipple thing yet. So I said, yeah. I said, you have my word that I'll stop.
You have my word. Why do you do this to yourself?
Do what?
You have my word.
I said,
you know what that means, right?
Well, nothing.
Or do you lie so much that you don't? That you forgot?
I said, you have my word. I won't do anything else stupid to my hair. Is what I said.
Oh,
so that's but when I come in with the nipple ring, she's going to say, what the,
I didn't say I will never do anything to my nipple.
Yeah, you got to be more specific,
right?
But anyway.
She's going to have to make you promise for every part of your body.
Someone asked if she's on a vacation or if she's on a one-way trip. It could be a one-way trip.
She did pack a lot.
She packed a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. So anyway, we'll take a quick break. When we get back, this is exciting. Can't believe it's going to happen. Allie's got $100 up for grabs. It could be your money. All you got to do is be on the phones now at 800-520-1067. A day today that will be full of surprises, Coachella tickets, and more. And we come back with your money after this.
KROQ.
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
The countdown to Coachella will be coming to a close very soon.
Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
Welcome to Countdown to Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
It's KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. Welcome to a new kind of attention. Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella.
April 11th to 13th and 18th through 20th, Empire Polo Club in Dio. Featuring
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, and Jimmy E. World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, Basement Jacks, Joe, Lola Young, The Beaches, and tons more. KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. Keep listening to win. Courtesy of Google Voice.
The world famous KROQ.
Send it in style at Bear Break 2025.
At one point, a few months ago, Johnny was asked to speak at UCLA, and since then, the transfer rate at UCLA has reached an all-time high. He spoke to a class about what it's like to work here at KROQ, and not really sure how that happened. I think it was through a salesperson that said, let's just bring Johnny because he kind of looks like one of the college kids. Johnny gave a speech. I think he winged it for the most part.
Wung it. I wung it.
He wung it.
Yep.
It's UCLA guest speaker right there.
Yep.
And we said after we aired that audio on the show, if anyone's listening at any school and would like Johnny to speak to your students, give us a call. We'll send them there. And we shockingly heard from many schools, including a middle school in Pacoima, and Johnny really wanted to go there because he grew up in Pacoima.
Yep.
And he talks about it a lot. And, Allie, at some point during this, we're going to play this for you right now.
Before we play it, did they say anything to introduce you? Like, how did the teacher introduce you and say why you were there?
I'm pretty sure she just said, hey, this is Johnny Jericho. He's from the morning show on KROQ, and he's from here. And he's like you guys. And
oh, Johnny, you really milk that. Boy, does he bring up all the local Pacoima references to really try to relate with the kids.
But was the teacher like a listener?
Was it career day?
I knew my
audience. What's the
reason?
Point?
I honestly don't know.
Was the TV broken at school? Or?
No, they had a really nice fancy projector, and I made a PowerPoint presentation that I didn't expect to work, but it actually worked.
You made a PowerPoint presentation?
Yeah, I have slides. I posted it on our Instagram right now if you want to see the goofy slides, and none of it makes sense if you look at it from afar.
Or up close?
It doesn't make sense when you listen to it either, because I've heard it. So here he is. This is Johnny. First, he starts by explaining his job, although he can't even explain his job.
So this is where I work, and I'm on the morning show. That's on from 6 to 10 in the morning, and let me tell you a little bit about myself and what I do. There you go. So this is kind of like what I do. I can't really explain what I really do.
So right out of the gate, he wants to explain what he does, but then he can't explain what he does. Okay. So then he moves on to the next part of his speech, Allie, and this is where he talks about his roots and how he's a local boy done right.
Really, what we really do is connect with the community. And I know I probably don't look it, but I was born and raised and grew up here in Pacoima, too.
So he's saying, you may not think it by looking at me, but I also am just like you. I grew up right here in Pacoima.
What about looking at you that they would say, there's no way he's from Pacoima?
Well, the teacher that brought me in, she said, it's great that we have somebody coming in and, don't be jarred at first, or don't be scared at first, because literally the kids... It's nice to have somebody come in that doesn't look like the kids. That was the whole point.
You look like the kids.
You look like every single kid you're talking to.
I'm probably not explaining right, but she said you kind of don't look like what they normally see on a daily basis.
What are you talking about? They're hanging around with people just like you.
And I told her, too, I was like, it's a great thing I probably shaved my big blonde mullet that I had a year or two ago. Because now I look kind of more normal than before, I guess.
I don't understand the point you're making, but this is Johnny.
Is this a part of the PowerPoint?
I don't know. This is Johnny.
By the way, there's a big PowerPoint with some guy brushing his teeth.
Yeah, why is there...
Yeah, that's called brain rot, guys. On TikTok, when you see boring videos, you see them playing a video game or Subway Surfer.
I have brain rot right now.
Yes, brain rot is the theme of the speech right here. Here is Johnny explaining why he knows the kids better than they know themselves.
I live right across the street from Beachy. I'm going to go shopping at El Super every Sunday with my grandma.
You know, when bands come to a city and they make a local reference so that the city's like, yeah, they get us.
Fort Worth, I love your barbecue.
Right. All these kids are like, what the
hell
is he talking
Johnny's
about?
just mentioning restaurants they drive by every day, and they're not impressed. As you can hear,
they were engaged. They were listening. They actually shut up and listened for my
all the time. My grandma went to school with Richie Valens. Does anybody know who Richie Valens is?
This is when he starts.
Richie, bro. You don't know Richie Valens, bro.
Yeah. This is when he starts his question.
Look,
answer.
Allie doesn't know who Richie Valens is. She's like, who the hell is Richie Valens, bro?
Ah, La Bamba, come on.
Yeah, come on.
No, I'm not saying I don't know who he is, but it's
sing a song, go.
It's also why are you just trying to get cool with the kids?
I'm trying to tell them, look, there's people, prominent figures who have made it out of this neighborhood who grew up and were raised here.
Prominent.
Machete, yeah, Richie Valens, Machete, right. Danny Trejo himself.
About yourself.
Right.
Oh, no, not myself.
So here he is. This is when he does the asking. Everything ends with a question to try to relate with the audience. Listen to this. He goes through a little streak here. It's funny.
Does anybody know who Richie Valens is? Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, you got to know Richie Valens. I used to work at the Costco down the street. You guys like Costco, right?
Everything has become.
Oh my Lord!
Everything he mentions now follows up with a question, and he's trying to keep the kids engaged, and he claims they are. But listen, they don't sound it. Here, moving on.
Okay, I was working at Costco and a golf course. I had 2 jobs. Does anybody here have parents that have 2 jobs?
Oh my God!
She told me. She's like, all these parents and stuff. These kids have parents, whatever.
Does anyone have parents?
They have parents that work multiple jobs and stuff, so they don't ever see their kids. That was the point.
Does anyone know what a parent is? Who knows what a parent is? All right.
Maybe 3 jobs? No jobs, huh? Okay. So. These are some 3 quotes.
No, they were laughing because I said whose parents have no jobs, and a lot of kids actually raise their hands.
Now Johnny now decides to really try to inspire the children. He brought 3 quotes that inspire him. I don't know if you read these on the way in.
Yes, these are great quotes. I learned these from you guys, actually.
I don't think we've said any of these things. Listen to this.
These are some 3 quotes that literally they'll tell you.
These are some 3 quotes.
I think even the middle schoolers know that that's not the right grammar.
These are some 3 quotes. It's the greatest way to get into a quote ever.
I was cooking in my brain. I wasn't really thinking. But
we should print that out as a quote
that should be
and write it on our door.
Yeah. These are some 3 quotes as said by Johnny Jericho at Pacoima Middle School.
These are some 3 quotes that literally they'll tell you and that have resonated.
They'll tell you.
Hold on, wait, get to the quote. Aren't you reciting the quote, man?
That literally they'll tell you and that have resonated with me greatly.
Oh my God. Oh my.
I was getting a dry mouth at this point.
Here's the quote.
Words. Does anyone else know words?
These are some 3 quotes that resonate me. Oh, you got to pull that whole quote and put that. I want that quote put on everything. Pillows, everything. Here we go.
Whatever it is, it's terminal.
Here's quote number 1.
A closed mouth doesn't eat.
That's facts. That's facts, bro.
Where did you read that?
That's applicable in everything.
Now, you said that we told you that. We never said that. No one on the show has ever said that to you.
Yes.
And I guarantee you Jake didn't say that because he eats a lot.
No, I think one of the bosses actually told me that.
Said a closed mouth never eats?
One of the bosses?
Yeah.
In what situation?
When they said they were not...
kind of like...
So open
they
up,
unzipping
baby.
their pants? Yeah.
If you want this job.
You want to eat? Let me feed it to you.
These are wise word quotes.
Hey, Johnny.
Was it K-Dub or who was that, man?
A closed mouth. Never eats. Here we go.
You want me to explain what you do? I'll show you.
Hey. Man,
you don't look like you're from Pacoima.
I feel like that is something that needs to be brought to HR immediately. All right.
Highly problematic. Okay, what are
closed mouth
doing?
doesn't eat. You're not going to get anywhere in life if you don't speak up.
Handle this hog.
If you don't swallow.
Speak up. You don't ask. Be brave and be bold, and the mighty forces will come to your aid.
The Mighty Forces. Are you in a Star Wars movie now?
I actually stole that from that movie, Almost Famous.
Okay.
But it works.
Yeah, but once again, these are not quotes any of us have ever said to you.
With anything. School, work, anything in life.
Great examples.
Those are the only schoolwork.
That's all they've done in life. They're like
all
14.
of the in-between ones.
And it's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Okay.
So if you're thinking of doing something devious or something that you know is daring, but you know it's going to have a really great outcome, just do it. I swear. Just literally do it.
Just do it. That's a good quote, too. Where'd you come up with that one?
I don't know how you think this is going to translate to the...
the fact. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. There's always a lot of controversy around Allie Knows the News. Questions wrong. People that feel like they got screwed out of the $100. Someone accused me yesterday of being incorrect, and they are so upset about it that they left a message on the GOAT line. I don't remember, Allie, this question yesterday, but apparently this is one of those times when you were right and I was wrong, which is so rare that that ever happens, right? So rare.
I'm not going to argue with you.
But this was someone's made this claim yesterday during Allie Knows the News.
Hey, Klein. Hey, Allie. Klein, as much as you all pick apart Allie being wrong about certain things during the news, I just want to make sure you know that Joey on Full House was not an uncle. It was not Uncle Joey. It was Uncle Jesse. Joey was Danny Tanner's friend. He was just Joey, no uncle. Just wanted to correct that. You talked about him yesterday in your Allie Knows the News segment, so I wanted to make sure you knew that you were wrong on that and that we stand corrected. Love you guys. Love the show. Sweet divot. Bye-bye.
I mean, I knew they didn't call him Uncle Joey. I assumed the guy was an uncle. If not, what the hell is he doing there living with that family? They should have arrested him right there. That's crazy.
So now you're mad at the show? Why don't you just say I'm wrong?
I assumed I know Uncle Jesse was the name of Jesse from Jesse and the Rippers on Full House.
You're doing exactly what I would do, which is defend yourself.
Was Joey not an uncle? Look up the IMDb. What was his character in that show, Full House?
Joey was an uncle because Michelle and DJ and all the girls called him Uncle Joey. So naturally, as a viewer, we called him Uncle Joey too.
Right. So this woman's wrong. Just bottom line, she's just wrong.
Well, she probably wouldn't call if she didn't know. Maybe he was called Uncle Joey even though he wasn't an official uncle. Like everyone calls people cousin and uncle when they're not.
The question had nothing to do with whether or not he was an uncle. It had to do with the fact that
the way you wrote the question was an uncle-related sentence.
Yeah, I get it. I stand by it. That woman's wrong. Listen.
The question is here, why didn't Jake jump in and go, he's not a real uncle?
Well, because apparently he is.
Show's for kids.
He's a real uncle. Jake doesn't see anything on TV that anyone cares about for 20 years.
I guess you're right.
Let's get into a brand new round. We have brand new people that would like $100 of Allie's money and all sorts of new questions. Here's a theme song, Allie. I think you'll like this.
She's got problems. A big forehead, a long neck, wonky boobs, a tap dancing wife, a yoga instructor she wants to nail chores, and lottery tickets, just to name a few.
Wow.
Let's find out if Allie knows the news.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Well, you're the one going on a week-long vacation to the Grand Canyon.
All right. Well, there you have it. Let's get into it. Little Allie Knows the News action can start right now. Question number one. Oh, Allie, you got to get out of here. Let's say hi to Megan in Chinatown that would like a shot of your money this morning. All right. Here we go. Megan, good morning. Welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Oh, my God, so pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for being on with us. Thank you for being up early. It's a big day today. A lot of surprises. Big guest stopping by the KROQ studios just after 8 o'clock this morning. And Coachella tickets. But we kick it off with your $100. And here we go. Answer these quickly, confidently, and accurately so we can pay the people. Question 1. This beloved actor who can be my wingman anytime has unfortunately died at the age of 65.
So sad, Val Kilmer.
Question 2. A man was arrested for trying to carjack what in Orange County? What was he trying to carjack?
Another so sad, it was a garbage truck.
Go to question number 3. This popular donut chain has opened a new L.A. location on Melrose.
Oh, donut chain. Okay, donut chain, Melrose.
3, 2, 1.
Duncan.
Question
Duncan.
number 4. 2 Anaheim high schools are installing these types of detectors at the school.
Metal detector.
More specific, what are they looking for?
Gun.
And finally, tonight, I believe it's the Braves and the Dodgers. But what is the good giveaway? This is always an exciting giveaway day at Dodger Stadium. What is the giveaway today at Dodger Stadium?
Oh, giveaway at Dodger Stadium. Is it a bobblehead for...
All right, that's all you have to say. That's a great guess.
Okay.
Great guess. I will accept that as a correct answer. Everyone loves a good bobblehead. Speaking of which, here comes Allie back in the studio. Don't say anything else. Allie, you're battling Megan, who would like $100 of your money. I don't blame her. Every morning right around this time. Let's see if you know anything about the news and also make Allie pay out. Here we go. Question number 1. Allie.
Yeah.
This beloved actor, who could be my wingman anytime, has sadly died at the age of 65.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
R.I.P. Iceman.
It is so sad. And he was like the cool. In my opinion, there was no one cooler than Val Kilmer in the original Top Gun. There was no one cooler in the history of film than that character.
Yeah, but there were so many movies that I feel like they're in the shadows because Top Gun was such a big movie. But no one remembers the movie The Saint or At First Sight or Willow.
No, I don't. But I do know that people left big emotional tributes to Val Kilmer all over the goat line.
You guys, Val Kilmer's dead. I don't know if Allie knows the news or whatever, but Val Kilmer died. That's tragic.
It is.
Anyways, it's really sad. All right, love you. Bye.
Oh, see, it's hitting people different ways. Go to question number 2. Allie's tied it up 1-1. We go to question 2. A man was arrested for trying to carjack what in Orange County? Made the news.
Oh, a Waymo?
Waymo, good guess, but that is not the right answer. You know who had the right answer? Megan, who said garbage truck. That is correct.
Those things go so slow.
I know. I don't know why you'd want to carjack that, but anyway, she's up 2-1 right now as we go to question...
Even the cops would be like, ugh, I'm stuck behind a garbage truck.
Question 3. This popular donut chain has just opened a new L.A. location on Melrose.
Randy's?
Okay, that's a good guess. She said Duncan, but you guys weren't thinking newsworthy enough. Voodoo Donuts.
Oh.
They have one in Universal, and now they've got one just on the streets. No one gets the point on that, but I think we're all
Overrated
winners.
donut.
They're overrated, you think, Omar, huh?
I went to, what is the original in Portland or somewhere?
Yes, that's the original.
That's where I went.
Yeah, I went there because everybody's like, oh, you gotta go, you gotta go. And I went, and it was like, whatever.
Well, they do like the crazy, like, we'll put tricks on top of it. You know, they were the kind of the first to do that.
Go to question number 4. Allie's still down 1. 2 Anaheim high schools are installing these type of detectors at the school.
Vape detectors.
Okay, Allie's tied it up. Vape detectors. They want to make sure the kids ain't vaping. So now it comes down to this final question, and it is completely tied up. Today, what is the giveaway at Dodger Stadium?
Shohei Ohtani bobbleheads.
All right,
Boom.
She said bobblehead. On the phone, Megan said bobblehead. I will give you both the point. It's a tie. Ties go to the house. Allie, I can't believe you made it through that one. Megan, you were a great contestant. Unfortunately, what must you shamefully admit? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm Megan from Chinatown. Unfortunately, Allie knows the name.
That's right. Sure does. Thank you. Green Day time on KROQ, and then we'll get into the complete show we have planned for you today. It's a decent one with big surprises. Get ready. K-Rock. We are Klein Alley's show. I feel terrible. Yesterday, we listened to audio of Allie's wife living out her adult dreams. And even though it's easy to mock those dreams because maybe they're not the same dreams you have, she decided she wanted to go all in on tap dancing. And as a result, Allie was recording her tapping, and we were listening to the audio of her tapping and all having a good laugh at how ridiculous it sounded. And I guess your wife heard us talking about it, and now we have crushed her dreams.
Yeah, she wants to quit now.
She wants to quit.
Well, she doesn't want to quit. She feels like she has to quit. And I do feel bad because, yes, I was making fun of it. And, yes, hearing tap dancing in the corner of my home at all times is extremely annoying. But at the end of the day, it's something that she's passionate about. And when in life do you get passions that you can really pursue? Not that often, right?
Jake's right. You're welcome.
Yeah, she should be thanking us because we are probably going to save her and you a lot of time and money and potentially even like a sprained ankle. So you're welcome. But
And potentially divorce.
And embarrassment.
All of those. Did
Thanks,
you bring
guys.
up?
I'll pass all this on to her.
Did you bring up any of those points?
I didn't because I felt terrible and I felt like I crushed her little dreams. And yes, I know that it's an annoying hobby, but at the end of the day, she's doing something she enjoys. And they say, you know, as long as your wife is happy, you should be happy, right?
I don't know Katie that well, but she strikes me as a person that goes through these things like every couple of months she's picking up something new.
Well, there is a flute that is sitting collecting dust in the closet because one time she played flute when she was younger and she thought she had a lot of potential there.
Didn't she also sign you up one time for a whole like long adult kickball league because she enjoyed doing it one time? And then
we did do kickball together, and she did a bowling league.
Yeah, see, here's the thing.
Oh my god,
this is exactly you're right. Is that she gets a little taste of dopamine because it's a new thing, and rather than most people that go, all right, well that was fun, we'll do that again in a couple of years. She's like, I got to completely dedicate myself. I want this to be my new identity.
When she does it hard. It's the same with hot yoga. She went to hot yoga once, and then I've been going just once a week, for a couple of years now. She is like, I got to go.
She's doing the instructor hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real hot yoga.
When she does instructor, she does them hard. Yeah.
Hard.
And now she's like, I need to do 2 classes a day. I need to do the March challenge so I can get the backpack. She really does everything full out.
Now, let me ask you a question. She is someone that had addictions, or no? Because this is like addictive behavior, just shifting it from things like, the obvious, like drugs, whatever, but just taking that same level of unhealthy addiction and then shifting it into tap dancing. Now, when you're addicted to drugs, at least everyone's like, that person's got a problem, but they're cool. But when you're addicted to tap dancing, you don't get the same street cred as you would.
When you have to go
tap dance.
Yeah, when you have to go to tap dancing rehab, it's definitely not cool.
Yeah, you can really hear those 12 steps all the way to sobriety.
Yeah, you see, because
tip. I mean, it just sounds like that's what's happening, though, right? Am I wrong about that?
Well, it's funny because she said, you should be happy that I am picking up something that is not bad for me.
But it's bad for the relationship.
Yeah,
it's
but
bad
it's
for
not
you.
smoking and drinking. It's not drugs. It's not a bad habit. It's not something that's going to kill her slowly.
Right. Yeah, but think of all of the less annoying habits. If you're, any habit's less annoying.
I mean, anything that's not another instrument.
Just give her a crochet kit.
That's such a quiet hobby.
No, that's too productive.
Too much done.
The hobby has to be something that really helps no one.
Right.
It's not like, I've taken up home improvement and I'm now passionate about this and I'm going to improve our home, or I'm going to take up crocheting and I'm going to make a bunch of blankets and socks so that we can spend less on clothes. It's nothing like that. Well, or saving money.
Don't you talk about how she's like she never cooks. She's a terrible cook, so you do all the cooking. Like, wouldn't that be a skill that she could learn and then also you would benefit from it somehow?
Yes, there's nothing that is beneficial to me or the family in general.
Got it. So
it
that's
needs
her
to
plan.
be completely frivolous
Right.
and actually take up a lot of time, money, and energy.
So that's her. When she looks at her Venn diagram,
Yeah, she's like, I can't put him to bed. I'm fluting. And I'm like, okay, well, what are we doing here? But she said the video that you played, because she had sent me a video of her practicing, she said it made me look like I was such a bad tapper. And I tried to explain to her, Katie, no one sounds good when they're tapping.
No.
Listening to anyone besides like Fred Astaire or 50 people on Broadway doing it, it doesn't really sound good.
This is her tapping.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sometimes she's here, take a break.
I have a headache already.
She's a very hard tapper.
Very
strong.
She's not light on her feet.
She's not. No, it's not like a la 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 la. It's like a very dig in the heels to that new floors we got.
So let me ask you this serious question: if we've now bullied her out of tapping,
It's okay, guys. I bullied her back in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I convinced her that she
what?
should
You
give
were
it
out,
up.
Allie.
And
You
then I
had
even
it.
took her to DIY to get a piece of plywood.
Oh my
So
god!
now there's a 4x4 piece of plywood in our garage, and she was practicing all night.
That is.
I can't make her give up her dream, Klein. If it's something that makes her happy, it's like your wife with this dumb radio show. This is something that you're passionate about, and she should support your passions, even though it really benefits no one.
310, she did Jedi mind trick you good there.
right.
310, just want to let us know. Good morning. This is Katie's new bagpipe coach. I look forward to coaching her for the next 4 weeks at 6 a.m.
Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ 106.7 KROQ.
Hey, it's Klein. You know what? It's KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. This technically, I think, is maybe in the category of comedy on the podcast. Like, I'm not even sure how the show is categorized. Jake, how do you
The
put it?
Bear is a comedy.
Yeah, I guess if The Bear is a comedy, this could be a comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not...
It's just so sad that you're like, but it's kind of funny.
People do tell us from time to time, hey, I was having a bad morning. You guys made me laugh, made me happy. So I guess technically that makes this a comedy, or people laugh at us. I'm not really sure if it can be a comedy if we're just being laughed at and mocked, whatever. And we do
It's
laugh.
a comedy for other people. For us, it's a tragedy.
Right. You're listening to a tragedy of a radio show that becomes a comedy for you. And every once in a while, we attempt to make jokes on the show, to make it a funny show, to actually be a comedy show.
And I don't think I know you wouldn't consider yourself a comedian, would
No,
you? Me
no.
neither.
God, no.
Jake considers himself to be a stand-up comedian, and sometimes he works out his material live on the air, and it does not work.
So it's time for the return of the bad joke off. These are all jokes that were said over the airwaves of KROQ. We wish they were not. Apologies in advance. You will determine and help us determine which one is the worst of the bad jokes. Now, these jokes, I guess when people said them out loud, they thought they would be funny in their head. They're like, this is going to be funny. This is going to hit.
I'm going to find my moment. I'm going to, boom, strike.
And yesterday, we got reminded about this when we were talking about the hurricane, and the name Milton was not a great name for a hurricane. And then Jake said this, and it really silenced the room. But this was from yesterday's show.
Yes, you get a warning, and you can get out safely, evacuate, and find somewhere. But then you have to pack up all your stuff, find a place to stay. I'm sure it's really hard to find a place to stay in that amount of time.
Different names to make it sound scarier.
Well, the name
Instead
of
of numbers?
You're saying Milton is not scary enough?
Milton's not scary.
Right.
Maybe Mama Jamma or something.
Right. Good point. Yes. Jake.
Tell that to this weatherman.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate that. He's going to start crying again. Here's that joke. So that was apparently an attempt at a joke. I don't know.
Omar liked it.
I don't think Omar liked it. And I don't want to put words in Omar's mouth, but I know the noise Omar makes when he likes something, and that's more than that was him.
That was like, what are you doing? Laughter.
And listening back, I thought it was Mama Jamma. You said Mama Jamma.
Yeah.
Which is even weirder.
Yeah, even worse.
Mama Jamma.
So the first nominee in the bad joke off is not, shockingly, not even that. That was just a setup for it. These are
That was just reminded us that we need to do it again.
3 jokes. They're all apparently bad.
3 whole jokes, huh?
You're going to hear 3 different jokes. The first person nominated in the bad joke off is Jake the Nerd. And it's a joke he made about the always funny subject of drinking and driving.
Oh! I don't remember this.
Well, consider this a tragic look back at a joke that was made on the radio from Jake the Nerd.
Having a burger you just picked up at McDonald's and also having a beer on my lap.
Okay,
well, let's not. The beer is a problem, maybe, but how are you?
The weeds okay?
Yeah, the weeds.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. You might spill your drink.
Hey, thanks, Jay. Oh, hilarious shirt available at the
His
Venice
comedy
Boardwalk.
show got canceled last night.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Eric, let me ask you.
Oh,
so that
my
was
God.
Jake
It'll be a
going.
good T-shirt.
It already is a T-shirt, I guarantee it.
It is one of those dumb T-shirts that you look at when someone wears it. You go, "Wow, they thought that was funny enough to buy." That says, "Don't drink and
I got
drive."
it for Christmas.
You could spill your drink.
I feel like that joke is so old, and
So
that's what
old.
makes this joke so bad. Is like, what? Did you think that was original? Did you think you had just thought
of
of
course
it?
not. No, it's even like a No Effects song.
Okay. All right. Well, there's your first nominee for bad joke off. Don't drink and drive. You could spill your drink. And you heard it. I mean, we're all having a good time. We're all having a laugh, and we all just.
I feel like you'd find that on a Father's Day card.
Yes, you definitely would. And even the father would be like, "Eh, really?"
I can do better.
Your second nominee in the bad joke off was a joke that Klein made. Great. This was Allie talking about sex and what people are thinking about while they're having sex, I guess. And I made a bad joke, so here we go. Thanks. Allie, what do you believe the number one common thought people have while having sex?
I think it's to-do lists.
To-do lists, not who-do lists, which they're in the middle.
Exactly. While you're doing someone else, you're thinking what you have to do after that.
That's interesting. I've got my to-go list going.
What's great is that you're smiling and laughing at your own self.
I did it so Jake would boo, and I knew it would happen, and he booed. Jake, joke number 2 is the to-go list.
I think that one's especially bad because you also made a who-do list before, like you made a weird who-do list joke before the to-go list joke. So you were trying to make multiple to-do list puns, none of which worked.
Well, I thought if I did enough of them, one would hit.
A who-do list or a to-go list.
Hey,
it's
listen,
like, all right,
I think that
that's enough.
people do have a list of people that they'd like to do while if they're having sex with someone they've been with for a while, they maybe have a running list of other people they're thinking about. That's cool. That's called a who-do list. You know that?
Then what is the to-go list?
That was just a bad joke. I don't know. I don't stand by that. I don't think. And your final nominee is Allie.
No.
Believe it or not. This was... I think we've said in this clip that this is the worst joke that was ever told on the history of the show.
Oh.
But we were talking about the different types of parties you go to as an adult. And somehow someone brought up housewarming parties. And Allie made this joke. And boy, is this a room silencer. Maybe when you turn 50, that's a big party.
Housewarming party?
That's kind of lame. That's like you show up and you bring someone a plant. Here's a fern, happy house.
That sounds nice.
And by the way, nowadays, if you have enough money to buy a house in Southern California, no one should be bringing you anything to your party. You should be giving people stuff.
And it's LA, so your house is already real warm.
So we got 1, 2, 3. That was the worst joke of the show so far. By the way, I think that may have been the worst joke in the history of the show. Write it down, Jake, for the bad joke off. All right, Allie.
You don't need to housewarm. It's a housewarming party in a warm house. Joke. It's kind of funny when you think about it. It's a thinker.
It's definitely not
It's a think
thinker.
piece. It'll sit with you.
3 bad jokes.
Keep tapping your forehead like that.
3 bad. I didn't even play the Intuit joke Allie made because
I stand by the Intuit joke. That's
sold
a great
out 21
joke.
Pilots tickets. You can go to the Intuit Dome. Apparently, their grand opening last night was not a massive success.
Into it. More like can't get into it. Ha! Thank you, Vanessa.
I got you.
Get ready.
Let's just go home. All right, that one is not nominated.
I'm not even getting a laugh from Omar. I'm getting a like pain.
Painful noise. So you have to decide who wins this round of the bad joke off. Is it the to-go list? Is it the housewarming party? No need to have a housewarming party because the houses in Southern California are already warm. That was a weather joke. Or is
I really should stay away from anything weather related.
Yeah. Or is it Jake's? Don't drink and drive.
Reprising a classic.
559 said, I at 35 years old, and I've never heard the Jake joke ever in my life.
It's still
that
not.
You may spill your beer.
It's still not a good joke, though.
Classic.
It's not classic.
Yes, it is.
I think even though it's not eligible, your Mama Jammer one may win this whole thing.
I stand by it.
I think Mama Jama is the winner.
All right. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. Been a very eventful 24 hours here. It's hard to tell anymore what's real, what's April Fool's. I do know this much, though. 8 o'clock this morning, very surprising guest will be stopping into the K-Rock studios. Maybe not so surprising for them, but surprising for us. And that will determine a lot about the way that this station looks going forward. And I wish I could say more now, but I don't know what I'm going to be saying.
I'm just saying, why don't you say less?
That's what I was saying. But I don't know what we're even saying until after 8 o'clock this morning. And at that time, we'll all learn stuff together. So 8 a.m., a little after. Hope you're hanging out with us this morning on K-Rock or watching along on YouTube. You can check us out there as well. What an exciting 24 hours here at K-Rock. Let's get to your news now. Then we'll get into a brand new hour of the show. We got Coachella tickets for you, petty claims court, and so much more.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
She's a butt biter.
That is true.
All right, R.I.P. to the Iceman, the Batman, Mad Mardigan, if you're like me and you're a fan of Willow, or the highly underrated film The Saint, or At First Sight, the movie about a blind man who gets surgery and then experiences sighted life for the first time. He died at the age of 65 after a bad case of pneumonia. Obviously, he was not without his own health battles that he had in 2014. He shared his journey with cancer, and then he had that throat surgery, changed his voice. He was in the sequel to Top Gun, but of course they had to digitally enhance his voice to make it sound like the old Val Kilmer. And he was one of the youngest students ever to be admitted to Juilliard at the age of 17 years old. So, and he's a very eccentric guy. And I know a lot of people have been playing, his moments from Top Gun. I just thought I'd share some lines from other movies that you might not remember.
This isn't good cop, bad cop. This is fag and New Yorker.
That's a great line right there. I don't know. It's not like...
Why aren't you playing that, news people?
Not as common as the "you can be my wingman anytime" line, but sure. Let's go with that one.
I think just as gay.
This isn't good cop, bad cop. This is fag and New Yorker. You're in a lot of trouble.
The bat signal is not a beeper.
Which is another great line.
That's a good one, too.
And then, of course, the classic.
You're everyone's problem. That's because every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
You guys want to get some coffee or something?
Another great one that a lot of people don't play.
Man.
But
wrong.
They're even...
He came into K-Rock once. I don't know what he was promoting, but yeah, speaking about being eccentric, he went to the bathroom here at K-Rock, and he took a Sharpie marker with him, and in big giant letters wrote Val Kilmer was here. And then he just left. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, apparently he wasn't... yes, he was loved by a lot of people, but he also put people off a lot because he was so eccentric. Robert Downey Jr., who was in that movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the clip I played earlier, he said, "I'm sure this can't be news to you that he is chronically eccentric." And I think some people, when they first started working with him, were like, what is with this guy? But if you want to learn more about him, that documentary Val on HBO Max is supposed to be really good.
I think it's on Prime.
Oh, is it on Prime?
I think so. Maybe they moved it to other places. I do know that of all of his quotable... he's had so many good quotable lines in movies, and 65 seems young because, usually now, unfortunately, you hear about these people dying, 80s, 90s legends, but he's been sick for a while.
Yeah.
That was from the Maverick Top Gun movie before they did the CGI.
I was thinking this could be a great person to cryogenically freeze, and then he could actually be the Iceman. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Make the Iceman would be fantastic. But then we don't get lines like this.
Imogen Poots?
That's not him.
What?
That's not him at all. That's me, you idiots. I like the stuff he said in movies. He was cool.
I like the stuff he said in movies. What a beautiful tribute.
We're not good at tributes on this show.
Nope.
And someone's asking on the text line, actually a few people said, what did Allie say about Val Kilmer in the last few weeks? That
I did not say anything about Val Kilmer.
She probably did say something, but we got to find it. Someone will point out that she mentioned some of his name a couple weeks ago and said he looks great or something.
Oh, my God. All right, white people, I have another message for you that could be upsetting. There is a global matcha shortage on the way. They say that this spring, which is now...
Blame my wife for that.
Global demand for the antioxidant-rich tea-based powder has increased by almost threefold since 2010, and now people cannot keep up. With a 185% increase, they said that now it's being exported it's being imported internationally at such a fast rate that they're struggling to keep up with demand. And I don't know if the tariffs affect any of this, but I think that they're going to be jacking up the prices of matcha before you know
This is a TikTok effect, clearly, and it's become the buzzy thing. Every food has a little moment, and right now matcha's having their moment. And even if you just walk around, even at a place like Starbucks, now they're promoting it in big letters. Come for the coffee, stay for the matcha. So, and I know my own wife, she bought it up because I think the whole idea is supposed to give you better energy, cleaner energy. They're trying to make it seem like you don't get caffeine jittery, but you still get that pickup.
You get a weird focused energy.
But it's also it's a very Instagrammable drink. It's green. For whatever reason, I think people just it's like a status thing. People like holding it. They like saying they're having I think they like saying the word matcha.
Well, you are the matcha man.
Yeah, because every time I go home.
That's all you do after the show is get matcha.
I say, do you need anything? And for many years, I would say, do you need anything? And she would say no. And then all of a sudden, she started going, could you get me a matcha? And I was like, God damn it.
Well, it's your fault for saying, do you need anything?
That's what you should do.
If you ask your wife, do you need anything every single day, there's going to be something to need.
There was definitely a long period of time where she said no. There was a long time she didn't answer the call. It was the best. Now she answers. Sometimes I even
Now she needs stuff.
Now she needs stuff. It's the worst.
There were a lot of fake news being announced yesterday because of April Fools, but there were a few real announcements being made, including one that was made right here on KROQ. Another was that the Sex Pistols are going on tour for the first time since, I believe, the early 2000s. And then this was an actual announcement. Chili's is opening up an office-themed location in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, home of the Dundees.
Yeah, and so the whole new location is going to pay homage to the most notable on-screen moments of Chili's in The Office, and we'll have throwbacks and nods and decor to the original show. But whoever is doing PR and marketing for Chili's, they are doing something right over there.
They're
because
crushing.
It's not like the food is that great.
You're
aside
wrong.
from the food, they just have something... They have some kind of a business mindset that is just keeping them so relevant and so popular. And I don't know who that person is, but Odyssey should hire them.
Well, I'll tell you, Chili's, I think a lot of people group in Chili's with all the other fast casual chains. Like they think, Chili's is interchangeable with like Fridays or Ruby Tuesdays or an Applebee's. It's not. In fact, I think Chili's is a level up. I put them at a level. Yeah, because they got great underrated chicken fingers there.
When was the last time you have been to a
Probably
Chili's?
10 years, but I remember having very fond memories. And the way they do their nachos at Chili's is also interesting. They do each chip individually, which is one of my biggest issues with nachos, one of the greatest foods ever. A lot of times you end up with a bunch of naked chips at the bottom of the pile because all the good stuff went
What do you mean they do chips individually?
Each nacho is individually assembled. So if you get a plate of nachos, each chip has the same amount of melted cheese on it and whatever topping.
How is that possible?
Great question. I don't know. Some genius at Chili's figured
Omar,
it out.
you're the chain man. What
Yeah.
do you
Omar's
think
not a Chili's guy, though.
I am not an Applebee's person, and I'm hardcore Applebee's, and I think Klein's wrong on this.
I'm not wrong on this.
Okay.
I don't think Chili's food is good. I think that's just probably what you experienced 10 years ago.
Chili's food is okay, but now it's had a resurgence with like meme culture, and now like my friends and stuff, like we love the Encino Chili's. That's where it all started, and that's what booted this whole kind of like resurgence of Chili's.
Okay, great, thank you.
It's the Chili's Renaissance. Welcome to the golden years.
It's the Michelangelo of your generation. Huh?
Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous K-Rock.
All right, good morning and welcome to K-Rock. How the hell goes it? We are Klein Alley Show. What an hour we have in store for you. Petty Claims Court is back. A relationship hangs in the balance. Needs you to become a jury of peers. Determine who's right, who's wrong. And even though the experts say that relationships are not about scorekeeping, we all do it secretly and sometimes very publicly. I like to use hash marks on the wall to prove who's doing more in my relationship, but everyone's got their own method, and we've got a couple that needs us and needs you to help us out. That'll be coming up later this hour. Also some clickbait to get into as we solve the internet's most surprising mysteries, and a big celebrity guest joins us at just after 8 o'clock in 1 hour's time. We don't know who it could be. You don't know who it could be. Place your bets. It'll be happening in the studio live and in the flesh just after 8 o'clock this morning on K-Rock, something I never, ever, ever thought would happen. In fact, I prayed it would never happen, and now it's happening. So we'll figure out what that's all about coming up after 8 o'clock this morning.
760 wanted to correct us and give Johnny some kudos. Renaissance means rebirth, so he was not incorrect in using that word. Johnny, sweet divots to you, sir.
All right, Johnny gets the point on that one. Once again, it's all about scorekeeping.
Fact-checking
all about scorekeeping and fact-checking. Yesterday, it was April Fool's Day, so a lot of the stuff that happened on K-Rock may have not been legitimate, and there was quite a few people that wanted to call specifically about the commercials they heard during our show yesterday.
I'm just listening to one of the commercials in between your show, and you were making fun of the commercial on the Babble line, and it's the funniest thing ever. So thank you for making fun of the commercials. Love you guys.
Many of the commercials yesterday that we played during our show were not real commercials.
Oh, man. Mixing in your guys' fake commercials in with the regular commercials actually made me want to hear the regular commercials.
See that? That's a crazy effect we had, huh? Because the show never stopped yesterday. It just kept on going. Kept on going so much so that people were having a good laugh, even if it was at someone else's expense.
Just listening to...
Oh, hold on, here it is.
One of the commercials.
Hold on. Come on, you machine.
My gosh. I just listened to the Wiener Schnitzel commercial. I swear they put that word in there so many times just to tongue twist Vanessa. Hilarious, because she loves the hot dog.
She does love the hot dog. That is absolutely true.
Like hearing it again in context of the commercial was so much better.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with us.
If we kept doing that, would we get in trouble?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, I love the hot dog.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do. We tackle the internet's biggest mysteries in a moment with some clickbait, so get ready for that. And then Petty Claims Court. It's all coming up this hour. If you need us, phones, text line, the same number, 800-520-1067. show. Now's the time to get comfortable. Just by listening to this radio station over the next few hours, you could leave with Coachella tickets and a big guest that maybe you never thought you'd hear on KROQ. You will be hearing in our studio in about an hour from right now. Right now, though, let's get into your clickbait. There's a lot of clickbait going on in the world, and it's time for us to tackle it right now. Here we go. Al, you've got the YouTube open again. You can close the YouTube. It's making a lot of noise. Allie's obsessed with watching herself on KROQ's
I'm
YouTube.
not, guys. I'm just looking
What a
at the
douche.
chat.
Yeah, and you're making faces with the camera all the time.
That's different.
See?
Let's get into this exciting edition of Clickbait. If you're watching along on YouTube, welcome. Good to have you there with the NetBanger community. If not, you can listen to us on the radio. Let the good Lord intend it. These are all questions that the internet has posed to us. They want us to click around and look for the answers. I think that Kevin coming back. I think Kevin coming back to KROQ has gotten contagious. All right, here we go. We'll start with this one. There is a reason why 70% of single people are getting ghosted, according to a therapist. If you're a single person and you feel like you keep getting ghosted, there's a therapist that has weighed in and they said this is the reason why.
So
why are single people constantly getting ghosted over and over again? There's one reason that, according to a therapist, it results in 3 out of 4 getting ghosted.
It's TMI. It's got to be.
Giving too much information.
Yeah, people are trying to cut to the chase. They're trying to figure out if this person is going to be the person that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. So I got to ask all the 10 questions. I got to tell them all about my dirty laundry, and it puts people off.
All right, giving too much information, so you're getting ghosted. That's what Allie thinks. We have the answer in a moment. You'll hear it. Jake, why are 75% of single people being ghosted, according to a therapist?
I'm going to say it's because they are afraid of confrontation.
Interesting. Fear
well,
of
that's
conflict.
what ended your relationship.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like if you had ran into problems, you were like, well, I guess we're just going to break up because I don't really, you didn't want to talk to her about the distance that you were feeling, so you just decided to let it kind of taper off.
But that's not getting ghosted.
No, but I mean, I think a lot of problems in your relationships have been because you don't want to confront things, right?
No, the last one was my goddamn car rap.
Oh, that's right.
We're the problem. That's what the therapist said, probably. We're the problem. Omar, what is your guess?
Yeah. I'm going to say it's something as simple as somebody thinking in the relationship, hey, we're not really communicating here, so what does it matter that I don't communicate that we were breaking up? So I'm just going to leave the relationship because there's no communication there, anyway, yeah.
According to a therapist, the reason that 75% of single people are getting ghosted has to do with the fact that they want to, quote, avoid conflict.
Whoa, Jake was right.
To conserve energy, especially with strangers who aren't demonstrating any sort of respectful communication. So in some ways, Omar does get the point as well. In fact, let's give Omar the full point. Good job, Omar. You got it. Because it had to do with a combination of the respectful communication mixed with the avoiding conflict. And that is the reason.
A good point, though, is that Jake was ghosted in real life.
Oh,
One of the few people that was ghosted IRL.
Are you currently being ghosted right now by Tina?
I guess, yeah. It's been like a month.
Oh, my God. That is a full-on ghost.
But I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. Have you attempted, what is your last texting with her? Is it you sending a few with no response?
I guess so, yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I forget. It's been a while.
Well, she's going to take you back when you get all skinny
Yeah,
meanie.
you're going to get all ripped, dude. That's great. You're going to have your post-breakup glow up.
She definitely won't be shredded. He'll
No.
be like loose
Shredded cheese.
skin.
Like the cheese I used to love.
All right, let's go to the next question now. It's time for clickbait. Here we go. According to sushi chefs, professional sushi chefs, they say this is a red flag you should look for before eating sushi anywhere you come across sushi. Avoid if you see one of these red flags. Do not eat the sushi. This is according to actual sushi chefs that know what to look for. Allie, what would they possibly say?
Okay, when the ginger is like super pink,
That means avoid it.
Yes, because they've used some kind of a color dye to make it look like ginger. Fresh ginger is super light in color, and when they're
That has
using
nothing to do with the sushi, though.
but that's an indicator that you're at a bad
Of
sushi
what?
place.
So I need a clarifying question. Is this because the sushi's going to kill you or the sushi's going to suck?
They did not specify other than to say that they would never, according to professional sushi chefs, they would never eat or order sushi at places that had these red flags.
Got it. Okay.
So,
See, I think that's the equivalent of having bad chips or bad bread. Is having a bad ginger wasabi setup.
That's a great guess.
All right, Allie says bad ginger. Look to the ginger. That's the indicator if the place
It's always
is
the
decent
ginger.
or not. Jake the Nerd, according to professional sushi chefs, do not order sushi at a place that has any of the following red flags.
They don't have alcohol.
Why is that your theory on that? Just out of curiosity.
Because any like self-respecting sushi place has like a selection of Japanese beers to choose from and sake.
Interesting.
I just
went to a sushi place that did not have booze, and it was great.
So there you go.
But
was it a
it was
BYO?
weird.
Was it a bring your own booze, or they just didn't have?
No, but it was like a order up at the counter and then go sit down. It was kind of like so casual that they just didn't have any beer or sake.
Omar, according to sushi chefs, never order sushi at a place if you see any of the following red flags.
So I made the mistake of going to the sushi place down the street from my house, and it was relatively inexpensive. And I thought, oh, great, I'm getting a sushi meal at a discount. But they would slab on this kind of dressing on the sushi, and it was utterly disgusting.
What's like a
I don't
mayo?
know. I think it was like based, like it had a mayonnaise base, but it was like an orangish color. It was disgusting.
Okay.
Spicy mayo? Oh, yeah.
There's a couple answers here, but the number one telltale is that the place when you walk in should smell like the ocean, but it should not smell like fish. They're saying
How do you?
once again, I don't know
I
how
don't think
you.
I've ever walked into a sushi place that smelled like the
ocean smells like crap.
That's true.
That's what I would have thought.
It smells like seagull crap and old seaweed.
And the number one thing they say is that if the sushi is cold to the temperature, it is probably not good because it was not refrigerated properly, and perhaps they're trying to over refrigerate it to kill off anything that. So they say those are two telltales. Plus, it shouldn't look dry. We got to take a break. We don't even have time for this next clickbait, which is too bad. We'll save it for the next one. When we get back, we got a couple on the phone. They need your help. You will instantly have jury duty coming up. It's good jury duty. You will determine whether or not this relationship stays together or breaks up forever. That, and we have tickets for you very soon. 4-pack for some Fan Fest at Universal. That is next.
KROQ.
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
The countdown to Coachella will be coming to a close very soon.
Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
Welcome to Countdown to Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
It's KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. Welcome to a new kind of attention. Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. April 11th to 13th and 18th through 20th, Empire Polo Club in Neo. Featuring
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Jimmy E. World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, Basement Jacks, Joe, Lola Young, The Beaches, and tons more. KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. Keep listening to win. Courtesy of Google Voice.
The world famous KROQ.
Lola Young, KROQ. What are you and Omar cackling about in here? I leave the room for 15 seconds to
Oh,
come
my
back.
God.
You guys are having a good old time.
Well, this has actually been something that's been in the works for, I think, a week or two now, and it
great.
was worth the wait. Omar, do you want to do the honors? Because I heard this on an episode of a true crime show that I was watching, and I thought, well, this has some sound bites in it that I know Omar, the audio sniper, could do a lot with. And, man, you delivered.
Thank you. So Klein, Allie sent me a clip of is it a podcast or is it a TV show?
It's Dateline.
Oh, it's a Dateline.
Dateline
Okay,
NBC.
So there's this audio, and Klein is the guy who, in the show, is
He's a person
suspected
of interest at first, yes.
at a murder, right, in a murder case. And the audio, I felt like I could insert our own Klein into it and create a scene.
Yeah, great.
And,
Just play it. All right, blah,
I think
blah.
it came out pretty
That's
good.
fine. Just play
Klein,
it.
before you
That's
get
fine.
upset, he didn't end up being the killer. He just ended up being a pervert.
That's right.
Great.
That's true.
But he had almost exactly your name.
Win for me. I feel great. Thank you. I remember when you played the clip of this at the beginning. His name was, what was it, Calvin
His
Klein?
name was Kegan.
Kegan Klein.
Kegan
Klein.
Klein.
Sounds cool.
All right, great. Get ready for world premiere now. This is just some of Omar and his audio sniping at its finest. And apparently, according to Allie's reaction, I saw, boy, it's good.
Who is Klein?
Klein is the person that will solicit girls to send them pornographic photos.
Right. Oh, that is dirty.
Klein was a big, overweight,
I'm going to eat it all. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
not somebody that these girls would talk to kind of person, so he changed who he was.
I'm a handicap.
Not long after that Peeping Tom incident, law enforcement raided Klein's home.
Well, I don't know.
He's a bad guy. He's a pathological liar. He would tell us something we'd look into and it'd be a lie. He lied a lot.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm just a young boy.
Klein seemed to have a strong alibi that he was in Vegas at the time of the murders.
Yeah.
When Court TV's Barbara McDonald learned Klein was in jail, she contacted him.
Man, I am horny now.
What happened?
He talked to me. He gave me an interview from jail.
So, are you aware that there's a bunch of news stories out there linking you to the Delphi murders?
I don't have no
Okay.
thought.
You have admitted that you created this fake profile, Anthony Schatz. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Why did you create that profile?
I groomed a young boy.
But when it came to contact with Libby, Klein seemed evasive.
Are you aware whether you may have talked to Libby? Where were you on February 13th, 2017?
I like to smell parts of my girlfriend.
Did you have anything to do with the murders of Abby or Libby?
Me, such a bad boy.
And in the end, investigators couldn't prove he killed Abby and Libby.
He conducted a thorough investigation and ruled him out.
Another dead end.
Another dead end.
I'm boned up. I am boned up.
Klein would eventually plead guilty to 25 charges. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Are you ready for the rear end? Okay, thank you. Great. What a wonderful tribute. Thank you, Omar.
You're welcome. That was everything I could have imagined and more.
Star of Dateline.
I love the question answer section.
Can people with my name stop committing terrible crimes and giving
25 crimes.
25 crimes?
40 years in prison.
It's good to know that if I ever do get accused of doing any crimes, I'm just going to mumble instead of answer. All right, well played. That'll be
I'm a young boy.
instant hit. Shout out Omar, the audio sniper. OMG, this is everything. Wow.
Hashtag Dateline NBC.
Praise pouring through all over the text line for the great Omar Khan. I'm going to go rethink my alibi. And also, Vegas does sound fun right about now.
Yeah.
K-Rock.
Klein Alley, Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Get your flowers pouring through on the text line. People saying, well done, audio sniper. That's why
Appreciate
he's the best. That's just a... that's
So
not
many people
me.
with suggestions of other sound clips to use, too, which is great. 831 Omar, at the end of the clip where he gets sentenced, you also should add his puppy noises.
We don't need any more. It's fine as it is.
He was sentenced to 40 years in prison.
Are you ready for the rear end? We don't need to add more sounds to it. It's fine.
714, oh my God, I fell off my chair. 949, I can't stop laughing. Kudos to Omar. Jake, take notes, Jake.
Let's not forget
early
about
nomination for Song of the Year.
Not a song. and let's not forget for a moment, before we give all this glory to Omar, who's the guy that said all the dumb things during the story over the many years. Me.
Yeah, that's true.
You're trying to now take credit for this?
That's right. I didn't realize the audience would like it so much.
But who is an idiot?
Right.
First, me. That's who. And who is a pervert? The other Klein.
Yeah, let's not get confused here. I know there's new listeners don't understand that was a lot of clever editing, and they think that that's a real story. Oh, Klein was on Shark Tank and on Dateline? Wow. I was not on Dateline. That was a different guy with a different name and a different spelling, I believe. And Omar just got real clever with his
no, it wasn't different
witchcraft.
spelling.
Well, whatever. He did some sort of weird audio witchcraft and made me look like a real deviant.
Oh, well,
and I am a
Kegan
deviant.
Klein was the focus, but you're the star.
No, we're not playing it again. People demanding
we are
an encore.
absolutely playing that again.
I think it's been deleted, the file.
310, I'm at my desk stealthily watching the live stream.
All
I'm
right.
so glad I got to hear that at work. 310 OMFG, I'm crying. Stop stop, guys. I got to drive straight. This isn't safe.
Well, it's not real, so just understand that I did very few of those things. I mean, the guy sounds like he was living a fun life. I'll be honest, a little jealous. Went to Vegas and whatever, but...
Well, having watched the actual episode, I can say that you are much more attractive than Keg and Klein.
Thank you. I'll take that as a win. Think of the last time in your relationship that you got into a disagreement about something and you were convinced you were right and then they were convinced that they were right. And that is usually what leads to small problems that then become big problems. And if we don't solve them while they're small, arguably petty, then they could erode away at the very foundation of your relationship, which is why Petty Claims Court has begun. It is a reason that you can bring to us any issue you're dealing with in your relationship, no matter how small it may be. Someone takes the bacon off your bacon cheeseburger when you're up from the table, then you sit back down and you just have a regular cheeseburger. Seems like a small problem to bring to an entire courtroom and a jury full of your peers, but the reality is if that happens every time you go out for cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburgers, eventually you're going to learn to hate your girlfriend.
Well, and what did we just learn in Clickbait? That not communicating and avoiding conflict, that is what tears couples apart.
We have a couple on the phone right now. They've been together for 7 years. I don't even know if they're dating. They're not married yet, but they're right at that part. Right around 7 years, you got to start making some decisions, and they've come to us with a serious problem. It's time for Petty Claims Court.
In the legal system, cases are tried from Supreme Courts to small claims court. But what about stuff that's too small for small claims court? This is Petty Claims Court.
Please listen carefully. Oh, Allie's banging that gavel. I thought your wife was in here tapping. I don't know what that was.
This is the only thing I can bang right now.
Allie's banging the gavel. Some good banging right there. We will start this case immediately. If you're listening, you are instantly a member of the jury, and we'll need your thoughts on this. The first 100 texts, when we ask for them, will determine who wins and who loses this battle. And you really, in some ways, play a small part or a very large part in if this relationship stays together after today. Let's say hi to Ernesto, who is the reason that he has brought his girlfriend onto Petty Claims Court. Then we'll hear what she has to say in a moment. What is the claim that you bring to us in this exciting Petty Claims Court? Ernesto, good morning.
Good morning. So I guess whenever, it's not all the time, but it's been enough times that she leaves like a wad of hair on the wall when we shower.
Oh, yeah, wall hair.
Yeah. I guess she told me before she swirls it around.
Yeah, because you have to get all the hair together in one place. Otherwise, it just looks like a bunch of other individual strands.
Yeah, and it's been more than once that hasn't been picked up lately. And I'm a little blind, so sometimes it'll look like I wake up early, it'll look like a big-ass spider or something, and yeah.
I get you. There's nothing worse than being in the shower and think there's a giant spider that's coming for you, only to realize it's just a wad of your girlfriend's
It's a hair spider.
Wall hair. And why do they, just out of curiosity, why do women put it on the wall?
Because I don't want it to go down the drain.
Oh, so that's the reason for it, is put it on the wall so that it does not clog the
Yeah,
drain?
and if I'm washing my hair out, then, some of the strands come out onto my hand. What am I going to do with it? I'm not just going to put it down the drain. I put it on the wall.
Isn't that why the drain is there?
No, because yes, it is, but there's a lot of hair involved. And if there's enough hair that goes down there at once, it might create some kind of a clog situation. So I'd rather put it on the wall of the shower, knowing that at the end of my shower, I'm going to take it and put it into the toilet or the trash can.
But then that makes your whole shower useless, because now you were finally clean and now you're touching a giant clump of wall hair.
I'm touching clean hair that I just pulled from my freshly cleaned head.
I didn't realize this was as big of a problem as it is.
But it's like when you're on a walk with your dog and
it's their poop.
You pick up the poop and you set it there and go, oh, I'm going to get it on the way back. And then you forget and you don't get it on the way back.
Right, you don't want to lug around that giant bag full of duty.
Exactly.
Your hair's like poop. I get it.
That's right. Let me talk to Melissa. Melissa is your girlfriend of 7 years. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for agreeing to come on Petty Claims Court. What's up?
Hi, good morning.
You understand the charges that have been brought against you?
Yes.
And how would you like to plead at this point?
I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, if it's like 7 years we've been together and that's his biggest issue with me, I think he's winning.
That's a great point.
How often would you say that you do leave the clumps of wall hair in the shower?
Not even that often. It's probably happened like twice in the last month.
That's not bad.
Proof of it.
Oh, you have hold on. You have photographic evidence?
I do.
Oh my God.
I lost last year. So last year we went to Petty Claims Court, and for me leaving the sponge on the sink, and I've been trying to get back at her. And
so this is revenge. Hold on, I didn't realize this is a revenge, a redo of Petty Claims Court from a year ago. A year ago, she brought you to us because she claimed that you left the sponge where?
In the sink.
Yeah, I hate that. And then it stays all wet and gross when you really need to wring it out and put it on the side.
For 1 year, you have been stewing about this and following around with a camera, and now you've put together an entire case against her for this clump of this hair she leaves in the shower, and you took pictures.
And I took pictures.
All right, send us the pictures. We will get those to the bailiff Johnny on the phones right now. Allie, we can let her. Melissa, first of all, are you feeling like your trust has been violated? The fact that he's been spending an entire year to come up with a revenge case against you?
You know what? This is exactly this kind of stuff he does, so I'm not surprised.
Ooh, see, now it's getting deeper. 951 had a suggestion because they do the same thing that you do, and they said, I like to write little messages to my significant other using my shredded hair.
Oh, God.
Have you ever written Zaddy on the shower wall to surprise them? Because it can actually be kind of flirty.
I'm more tempted just to keep leaving them as little spiders for him.
Yeah.
Keep scaring him.
Ernesto, have you ever encountered an actual spider in the shower, or just constantly getting scared that they're spiders only to realize they're her hair?
Not often, but there's been some here and there.
Yeah.
Like it literally looks like a tarantula sometimes. So I've actually become a professional plumber now because I've been having to take off the screw. Like the screw off
the drain.
The head of the sink of the drain. I'm like, damn. It's nasty. That one's nasty, too.
Yeah,
right, so she's trying to mitigate that by putting some of the hair on the wall. And, yeah, she's a little forgetful, but it seems like 90% of the time she's doing it. And I think I can speak for this person on the text line who also said taking hair out of your butt at the end of a shower is not fun. So you got to beat that process by taking it out of your hair first. Am I right, everyone?
I don't even know what that means. Taking hair out of your butt?
You,
you know what?
She knows what I mean, because if you wash your hair out, and if you don't take the hair out of your head right when it's coming out, it will wash down your body and get stuck in your butt crack. And then at the end of the shower, you're pulling
Melissa, can you confirm
hair
that
out of your butt crack.
Can you confirm what Allie's saying is true?
Yes, that's an experience.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
If you don't take it out, it will travel down your butt and get stuck in your butt crack. And then when you're toweling off, you've got a bunch of butt crack hair.
I don't want to speak for Ernesto, but wouldn't you much rather pull the hair out of her butt than off the wall?
I think I would too.
Yeah, I think he would solve this problem once and for all. All right, well, in a moment, you guys will each get 10 seconds of closing arguments, and then we will turn this over to the jury, and they will determine who's right, who's wrong. If you're just joining us, here's what's going on now. Ernesto and Melissa have been dating for 7 years. Relationship seems okay, although it seems like they're both trying to get each other. There's a lot of gotcha stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's accusing her of leaving clumps of hair in the shower on the wall every time after she showers, and he's got bad eyesight, so he always thinks it's a spider and freaks the F out. She claims that she doesn't do it that often, and he should just deal with it. So that seems to be the fight in most
831
relationships.
said you got to throw it out every single time. I've forgotten before, and it is so disgusting to walk in and see a bunch of dried hair on the side of the shower wall. Meanwhile, 714 said, I more have a problem of Ernesto being so scared of spiders in the shower. What a pussy.
Yeah, Ernesto's been
It
accused
looks like a big tarantula, right?
All right, I got it.
It looks really big.
All right. You guys each get 10 seconds to try to get the curry favor with the jury. Then the votes will determine who's right, who's wrong. Ernesto, since you brought your girlfriend to us, you will go second. Melissa, we give you the first 10 seconds to plead your case. Go ahead.
Okay, so he did ask me to grow out my hair, so that's how it gets more tangly, and I end up losing more hair, so I would say that's on him. I do try to clean it out. I do try to throw it away. It is easier to throw away, too, when it's dry. And, oh, man, I forgot my final point.
Time is up.
I think she made some great points.
Good points there. I think women will defend you because apparently what Allie's talking about, which is the loose hairs traveling to the butt and getting stuck, is a real situation. I don't think anyone knew about that, but apparently it's real. Ernesto, 10 seconds, go.
Just a little quick wipe down a little double check whenever you get out the shower. That's all. A little love message to that. I like that suggestion.
We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play you this song, and in that time, we will tabulate the votes. 800-520-1067. Are you voting for Ernesto or Melissa? The winner next on KROQ. It's funny, during that 2-minute song, when we have time to count up all the votes that are coming through, Allie is just shoveling something into her mouth during the big... What are you eating there? What is that?
I made a nice nice little wheat toast with avocado smashed on top of it and a couple of eggs and some breakfast sausage.
Man,
I'm having a hearty breakfast this morning.
But you decided during that 2-minute window?
Because I'm starving.
Oh, is that why? You're ravenous?
Oh, my God. Can't even think straight.
We've got Ernesto on the phone right now. It's Petty Claims Court. We're about to get to the verdict. No shortage of votes pouring through and a lot of heated opinions about this. So we will get to all of that and decide who's right, who's wrong. And that's what relationships are all about, that scorekeeping. People saying simple solutions, scrubbing bubbles, and a bunch of other products that were designed to keep things from sticking to the wall. And someone else said just clog up that drain as much as you want to and just pour some chemicals in. Can cut right through it. Although sometimes they say that stuff will actually eat away at the pipe. So I don't really know the story there.
714 said, I vote for Melissa because plumbers are expensive, and she is saving them from that. 714 said, I vote for Ernesto because I do the same thing, but I always clean it up. And 714 said, Ernesto needs to stop being a pussy.
Ernesto is scared of shower spiders, only to realize that most of the shower spiders he thinks he's encountering are just wall hair left there by his girlfriend of 7 years. By the way, is there any pressure for you guys to get married anytime soon? 7 years of dating feels like you're almost at that point.
The only pressure is from people from the outside. We're good.
Well, if you save up enough hair, you got a bouquet.
No one wants. You're saying neither of you are pushing it, and there's no pressure. Usually one person is trying to push it to the next level. You're both happy with status quo?
Yeah, I think
we are.
Oh, that sounded like not confidence from either of them. All right, fair enough. Let's get into it. This is the exciting moment of Petty Claims Court where we get to read the verdict. You guys ready to accept the ruling of this courtroom and the jury of your peers?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of votes here. Allie's been adding them up and chewing, and she's going to read you some of the most interesting comments that came through from the jury.
Okay. Let's see. There are a lot of opinions about this. 626 said, I agree 1,000% with Melissa. It keeps it going down the drain, and I'm teaching my daughter to do the same. So this is being passed down generation to generation. And though there was a lot of support for you, Ernesto, Melissa wins this round of Petty Claims Court, so she is 2-0.
She's a 2-time winner, which means she must leave your ass because you're now a double loser and also terrified of spiders. Good news for you, Melissa. You can do whatever you damn well please. Your hair, your choice, you know? Celebrate. Good for you. And Ernesto, I'm sorry.
My coworkers clapping for me right now.
Your coworkers are clapping for you. Wow. Good news.
And I would say, Ernesto, if you're scared of spiders, I'm in a homosexual relationship and both of us don't like spiders. But as a hetero, that's one of your biggest
it's the only thing
angles of leverage.
Only thing I bring to my relationship is that I will crush spiders wherever we find them.
Exactly.
That's all I have.
So if you don't have that, what do you got?
That's the pussy alarm.
Pussy police.
Pussy alarm. All right,
even the alarm is like, wee.
All right, listen, thank you. Thanks for joining us, guys. Hopefully your relationship is somehow stronger as a result of this. In the meantime, you can do whatever you damn well please, Melissa. The shower is now, you have complete control of the shower, and there's nothing Ernesto can do about it, other than the one suggestion, which is that if he wants to shower with her, he can be responsible for pulling the hairs, the stray hairs out of the butt. But that's her call, once again. That's her decision. Wow.
And I got a lot of support for butt crack hair.
That was heated. I know. I didn't realize that was a real issue affecting women everywhere.
And long-haired men.
We got to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll get to your news. Then we get closer and closer to getting you into Coachella and a voice that you maybe never thought you would ever hear again on KROQ will be joining us in the studio in about 30 minutes. I am surprised and shocked and don't believe it's going to happen until it actually happens, and I hope you're listening for that.
Klein, Alley, Show!
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. KROQ.
Can you believe it? June's almost over. Pride Month goes away forever, and then Allie can go back to dating guys. Oh, isn't that a great thing?
It was all a phase.
Let's be honest time. It's our final round of Let's Be Honest, the month of Pride, which means any questions you have for Allie, a real, living, breathing lesbian. We get questions from straight men. A lot of straight men have questions for lesbians. We've studied you our entire lives. You've been in our browsing history since the creation of the internet.
You mean like _1 dope Mexican on Instagram who asked me, do you ever crave the D?
Great question. I wonder that all the time. I think maybe once in a while, it's like I've got certain types of food I like, and every once in a while I'm like, I have a weird craving for Indian food. No, I don't say that.
Every once in a while.
It's time for Let's Be Honest. Hit it.
Let's be honest. Let's put our lesbian to the test. She's the very best. Ooh, ooh. Let's be honest. You got a question she'll address. Come on, shake your breasts. Ooh, ooh. Lesbians.
All right, 800-520-1067. You call, you text, and you can be a part of Let's Be Honest for the last time. If you don't get your questions answered today, you may have to hold on to those questions for an entire another year. Let's say hi to Uriel.
Hey, sorry guys, I had you on speaker. Good morning, Sweet
That's
Dibs.
all right. Good morning, Sweet Dibs. Question for a real-life lesbian. Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot the question.
Oh my God!
Got your question.
This is the best.
Well, it confirms that I will never go back.
Allie, this is why she's into women. Guys like you.
I forgot.
Uriel, it's your big moment to shine now. Let's go.
Yeah, do lesbians celebrate Father's Day?
Great question.
Lesbians celebrate Father's Day.
It is something that we've talked about because Mother's Day is a double whammy for both of us, and I wish that both of us could just sit back and have breakfast made for us, but then no one would make breakfast.
Or clean it up.
Or clean it up, exactly.
Right.
So I pitched to Katie, why don't one of us celebrate Mother's Day and the other person celebrate Father's Day? And she said that I would be the one to celebrate Father's Day, which I agree, I would play that role. But the problem is that everybody else around us will still send me Mother's Day cards. I would have to make some kind of a statement to our family going, hey everybody.
Include her.
Include me in Father's Day. Do not send me a Mother's Day card. And I think even just the greeting cards alone, I would love to make the switch because the Mother's Day cards are so annoying and so like, you deserve to relax with a nice glass of wine. If you age, I wish that I had stupid fishing puns and stuff. I wish I had that goldfish in the hammock as a card for me because I think the Father's Day cards are at least a little more entertaining.
George, you're on with Allie. She's a lesbian and she's answering questions. Honestly, this is Let's Be Honest. What's up?
Allie, boobs or butt?
Another great question.
Boobs or butt?
I think a lot of people would assume that because I'm a lesbian, I would choose the boobs. But
I've looked at you. I've watched you check out women, and you look at the butt. You're a butt girl.
I am a 100% a butt girl.
Yeah.
I will look at a butt. I will look at a good butt regardless, but I think that women's butts are some of the most beautiful things that God ever created.
They are.
And I think that, their boobs are great. There's a lot of functions and stuff like that. I'm not really big on my boobs.
No, none of us are.
Yeah, so it's just not really that much of a point of interest. It's not like a make or break for me in terms of body. If I'm this person has great boobs. Sydney Sweeney, she's got great boobs, I get it, but it wouldn't be a deciding factor for me.
That's
if
right,
she had tiny boobs or weird lopsided boobs or
Right.
giant areolas, but
Right.
still a great butt, just as good to me.
I noticed you didn't say mind in any of this. You could have answered that a lot
That
of different
wasn't the
ways.
question.
Well, you could have.
It wasn't boobs or mine.
No, obviously, but you could have taken a nice moment there to let everyone know that what really counts is the boobs.
But that wouldn't be lesbian and honest.
Omar, what say you? I know you're not a lesbian, but you would obviously weigh in on this as well. Boobs, butt. Which one to you is more significant?
Oh, let's see. For me, boobs all the way. Yeah, I love them.
Sweet knockers.
Hell yeah.
Of course. That's why he
All
likes
about
cooking
it.
with Claudia.
No one has said mind, by the way.
No one said, Omar could have said mind, bro. Let me see if Jake's going to throw mind in there. Jake, boobs or butt?
Okay.
Jake probably does say that. That's right.
That's why he's not getting laid.
Let's say hi to Sue on KROQ. It's Let's Be Honest time. Any question you have, Allie will answer them honestly, no matter how difficult the questions may be. And I don't know if we'll get to... Hey, Sue, hold on one second. I don't know if you saw this one on the text line, Allie, but someone did ask, 951, when scissoring, do you ever get that suction cup effect? Which I think is a valuable question.
It's funny. I also got an Instagram message about scissoring saying if you guys are both freshly shaved, do you get razor burn?
Great. These are all good questions.
Which is true.
These
but
are
the
all-
suction cup effect I have never experienced.
Sue, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
So what is your question for Allie?
Do you like Chapel Roan?
I love Chapel Roan. I actually just discovered her. It was the weekend after Coachella and then I realized that she had played and that I didn't see her. I was so pissed. But she is amazing because she dresses like a drag queen, has this whole drag effect, super fun music. But then she's also queer and she writes songs about having sex with women, which is the best. I think the best of both worlds. But everybody who suggested her to me is straight.
Eddie.
Yes. Yeah.
Eddie, you're on KROQ. Let's Be Honest time. What do you got?
Sweet knockers, guys.
Sweet knockers.
How do you eat
your bananas? You break it up?
I've seen Allie. This is a great question. And
You can tell between the guy-girl questions.
Yeah, they're very different.
Do you like this cool new artist versus how do you eat a banana?
Allie will throw the banana out and just lick the peel. I've watched her do this many times.
Actually, motorboat the peel.
Yeah, that's her way of eating the banana. Eddie wants to know: do you ever eat full banana, or do you break it into pieces first?
You know how I eat a banana.
You slap it on your face? No. How do you eat a banana?
I slap it on my
Is that a real question? How do you eat a banana?
No, I eat it, break it up into tiny little pieces.
Ivan on KROQ, let's be honest. What's up?
So, do you find it offensive if somebody says, "Hey, what's up, bro?" or "Hey, what's up, man?" You know?
No, and weirdly, I like it. Johnny comes in every morning and says, "What's up, fellers?"
Yeah, Johnny does
and I'm
give
like,
us the
"What's
fellas.
up?" I don't know. I just want to be one of the boys.
We up, guys. He throws that in there a lot, and Allie's just like, all right, nice.
I've never been one of those people who's like, let's get rid of the term guys. You know, how everyone says guys to guys and girls or everybody, and I think it's great.
Andrew, final question we have time for in this edition of Let's Be Honest. Make it a good one.
As a straight male, my question is, who pays for dinner when you guys go out?
This is a great question. This is really the question. And El Cheapo, I don't know if Allie's going to answer this as a lesbian or as El Cheapo.
It's so tough. You know what you do when you can't decide?
Let's talk about like a first date.
Break a glass and sprinkle it on top of your meal, and then no one has
pays,
to pay.
Right? There's shattered glass on the meal. That's an El Cheapo answer, though. But when you were first dating a woman, you were on a first date with a brand new woman. That must be a weird thing, right? The bill comes to the table. The both of you just look at it and go, what is this?
We just slide it back and forth over
just
and
keep
over
sliding
again.
it?
Sliding it,
Until someone's wrist hurts?
I can't remember back then. I think I was so broke back then that I could never pay for anything. So if anyone was willing to pay, I would let them. But now, since I'm the man in the relationship, Klein, and there has to be roles.
Got to be roles.
I'm actually the only person who remembers to bring payment. So
Smart.
I'm the one who pays.
Exciting hour here on KROQ.
I heard a familiar voice on the radio yesterday. Is it true? Is Kevin back?
A lot of questions.
I don't know. So that's a toss-up.
That is a good answer from Kevin, and I think some of those questions will be answered, and many more questions will be asked. What is the future for Klein Alley Show? Great question. Why was Kevin on KROQ yesterday?
He's not a prophet. He doesn't know what's going to happen in the future.
Well, I think we will have some answers for some questions that we have as well. And that'll happen just after 8 o'clock right here on KROQ in the studio. You can listen live or watch us on YouTube. It's going to be a very interesting, to say the least, conversation just after 8 o'clock. And once again, do not know who's coming by. It's still a mystery. Could be anyone.
It's all right.
Could be anyone,
How long are we running with the mystery thing?
Could be Val Kilmer.
Won't be.
Well, won't be him, but it could be anyone else. We'll get into that coming up next hour right here on KROQ. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Setting a record is always impressive. I don't believe we've ever set any on this show, but a record was set yesterday for the longest Senate speech ever. It started Monday evening. Senator Cory Booker took to the podium. He started speaking. He said he would stay there as long as he was physically able. This was a form of protest. Obviously he's a Democrat and he's not okay with what's going on currently in the government. And he spoke for 25 hours and 5 minutes. He closed it out with this.
Americans, this is a moral moment. It's not left or right. It's right or wrong. Let's get in good trouble. My friend, Madam President, I yield the floor.
I have a hard time coming up with things to say for a 4-hour period.
Madam President!
And he's back.
Madam President! Thank you to the pages. Thank you to the parliamentarian staff. Thank you to the clerks. Thank you to the doorkeepers. There are so many people that make this place special. I kept you up all night, kept you up 24 hours. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I mean, to speak for that long and then
still have more to say.
And then still have more to say and do an encore.
It's filibustering.
And a thank you to the doorman. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, where's that Oscar music? Send him on his way.
And I wonder how many people stayed for that entire time.
Some people have to. I mean, I imagine some of the people.
So you just have to stay until they're done talking?
It's like when you go to a wedding and there's someone that you can tell is just going to give a speech and you're like, oh my God, you don't have to go into this whole like Google best
Caroline and I go back.
And they start at the beginning. You're like, let's fast forward through college and just get to the present day already. You can tell sometimes, especially if they go up there with notes and they're thick and you're like, oh, this is going to suck.
Had a binder, thick ass binder.
Yeah,
the fact that he spoke for that long is incredible, but the fact that he had that much prepared as well. And he's reading off of something that he's just kind of riffing, but to have, I stuffed my face just in the last 15 minutes because I was so hungry. 25 hours, I wouldn't even be able to continue speaking without at least eating something or he had 2 little tiny cups of water next to him.
Yeah, incredible. Just incredible. I would have no idea what he said. I just heard him thank the doorman. That's all I took from that speech, but I'm sure there were more important things in there.
Well, I mean, he quoted a lot of other presidents and politicians and stuff. I mean, he had a lot to say, obviously. It was kind of all on the same note of I don't agree with what's going on. But, I mean, it's making a statement and it's getting a lot of publicity, which is the point. All right, back in the day, kids at school would get in trouble for smoking cigarettes in the bathroom. Then they were in trouble for smoking weed in the bathroom. Now they're in trouble for vaping in the bathroom. And the way that they're combating this is a couple of schools are now installing some vape detectors. 2 schools in Anaheim are installing these vape sensors. They're going to put them in the locker rooms and the bathrooms to help catch the vapors. And this is going to cost a lot of these schools thousands of extra dollars every single year, but they do think it's going to help. I also think that once people are vaping, people can sneak a vape so quickly.
Underneath your shirt.
Yeah, you can literally, on a plane, in a bathroom, indoor, outdoor, doesn't matter. You can sneak a quick vape anywhere.
You know, it's a much cheaper, easier solution. It's just take the 2 lamest teachers at the school and have them start publicly vaping.
That's a great idea.
Give vapes to the 2, every school's got at least 2 teachers that everyone hates that suck. Let them be like the face of vaping, and all of a sudden the kids are like, oh man, you vape like Mr. Sargo over there.
And they should have one of those really big vape cartridges.
Yeah.
The ones that are oversized.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, that problem will solve itself. No one wants to be like that square teacher.
I feel like a lot of the teachers now probably smoke weed and drink more than the students.
Oh, they have to.
I feel like students now are like, drinking's lame.
Right.
It's all about vaping. All right, and Steve Jobs was right about a lot of things. A lot like the late Val Kilmer, R.I.P. Steve was very well known for being eccentric, and one habit that he had is now becoming a trend. Younger people are opting for the Steve Jobs work style uniform because they're getting decision fatigue. I think we talked about how people have an average of 30,000 decisions that they make on a given day. You don't want your outfit to be one of those things, and if you make a bad decision with your outfit, which has happened to me many times, you never hear the end of it.
Almost every time.
It's happening today.
Yeah. That's why I just make one bad decision and stick with that decision every day.
That's my problem, is that I did try to do this for a week, and I made the bad decision for the outfit, and I had to live with that decision for an entire week, and I was like, I think I better think this out a little bit. Like, Steve Jobs went for the turtleneck, black turtleneck, and yeah, people probably made fun of him the first few days, but then eventually, after months and years, you stop even thinking about it.
Yeah, that's why you think about, legends like Steve Jobs or, Kevin Ryder with his shorts. You figure out these looks. You find a look that goes with you, it works with you, and you just stick with that look. You don't change it.
I hear that.
You don't need, like Jake with his Tool t-shirts.
Like Jake with everything purple.
Yeah, he's decided purple's his color. He's just going to lock it on purple and wear it everywhere.
408 said Allie could just ask 2 questions and it would have been longer than Cory Booker's speech.
That is so true. We've been a part of a filibuster here at KROQ for a while. Let's get out of this hour and into a brand new one. An hour that will be very exciting.
Well, and you guys, you were performing in a place where I think there weren't even really music.
I yield the floor.
There, right? So you were performing in a place where there weren't a lot of...
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to just after 8 o'clock on a Wednesday. We are Klein Alley Show. Nice to meet you. Some of you back to KROQ for the first time in a while. Others of you just keep coming back for more. Maybe you just want to use us for Coachella tickets. You'll get them in about an hour. We got those for you. Also, tickets to FanFest at Universal. And something that I think you'll like more than both of those things combined. A very exciting change that will be happening here at KROQ. And excited to give you all the details later this morning. Something that maybe you heard or maybe you didn't hear yesterday in the afternoon on 106.7, the world famous. And a lot of questions and confusion. And as always, with most things that happen on April 1st, people just assume, oh, this is a prank. Let's not get our hopes up for anything. This is not real. There's not really a gravy-flavored toothpaste. Unfortunately, I've fallen for that one a few years in a row.
Is there a year that you haven't fallen for a food-related April Fool's prank?
I don't even want to tell you the one I fell for. I fell for two yesterday because I'm such an idiot.
I'd fall for one.
Which one did you fall for?
A friend of mine they're having a baby, and they were like, we need help coming up with a name. We ended up putting a survey out so you can vote for some of our favorite names, and the names were like absolutely ridiculous, like just crazy spellings, and I was like, God, these people have horrible taste. How am I going to tell them that all these names are terrible? And then I was like, this is a joke.
Yeah, we had to alert Allie to that. She was like, God, I feel like bad even telling them these names are all. I was like, yeah, Allie, it's got to be April Fool's. I don't think so. And I was like, yeah, you idiot. So,
but they are having a baby. But it was a funny way to announce it.
Nestle Crunch, I guess, is not releasing a quieter Crunch bar that has boiled rice instead of crunchy rice, which I thought was a good idea for people who like to snack in their bed at nighttime.
Quieter Crunch bar. That's a funny one.
And then there was, there's been all the buzz about the $20 strawberry and the $80 this, and someone was supposedly releasing a $50 chocolate-covered almond, but it was huge. It was the size of it was like a dinosaur egg, it looked like.
Cool.
And I was thinking, man, we should get one of those for the High Voltage Food Review. And then
you're like, this isn't real.
And then I looked into it and realized it's not real.
Yeah, the only other one I almost fell for was a friend of mine had posted about winning the lottery. She said she took a picture of her scratcher and was like, I can't believe on a whim I bought this and it actually hit. And then I was looking at it going, how did she win? And then I was like, God damn, it's a waste of my time.
Yeah, it's funny when you convince yourself. You spend a lot of our days convincing ourselves we're not idiots, and then all you need is to fall for a few things pretty quickly on a day that everything is going to be made up, and you go, man, we are idiots.
Yes, but at the end of the day, it's really just a day of things that are inconvenient.
That's right.
And a waste of time. And then you're like, why did I just waste 2 minutes trying to find out how this person won their scratcher?
Well, yesterday after the show, my backpack was super heavy, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I opened it up, and I think Nicole Alvarez just took a bunch of garbage that was in the KROQ studio, like old empty wine bottles and stuff, just shoved them in my bag, and I said, I think this is for April Fool's, or I have a drinking problem, and I don't remember. Anyway, we got a lot to get to this hour on the show, including a big guest who you may or may not know, but you probably do. That's coming up. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. It's bobblehead night today. If you go to the Dodgers game, you get one of those Shohei bobbleheads, which I'm pretty sure are already reselling on eBay for $70,000 because anything that's got Shohei's name on it just instantly resells, even if you can't get your hands on one. And then there was the story this year, even though the season is young, about Freddie Freeman hurt himself in the shower. Shower injuries. Shower injuries, I believe the bathroom is the room that most people are injured in your house, even more so than kitchen. You would think kitchen because knives and burning your stuff and everything else. But when you're a professional athlete, to go down in the shower, have a legitimate shower-related injury, that's got to be tough. I know that some people say you shouldn't have sex in the shower because even though you think it's a great place to have sex, it usually results in someone ending up in the hospital.
Well, if you don't have one of those little sticky mats at the bottom,
Come on, just one. 4, Allie? You have one of those at the bottom of your shower? Little footprint stickers?
Not footprint stickers.
You know where to stand?
No.
Like little flowers?
Just little grippers, not flowers. It's just like one mat.
Is that why? So you don't fall over?
So anyone doesn't follow. I mean, I got it for my kid, but also it's for good. There's some times where, again, you're washing your hair out, you're getting the stuff out of the butt crack, and then there's just one little slip, and you think to yourself, oh my God, if that had fallen, if I had not caught myself, I would have split my head open on the side of the shower and I would be dead and bleeding and probably no one would find me.
I think that's like a lot of people's biggest irrational fears is that they are going to do the thing where they slip, they're in the room by themselves, they're completely by themselves in the shower, no one is really there, and then they get found naked in a pool of their own blood.
Yeah, and how embarrassing is it to have, quote, a shower mishap?
So I think it's great. Like, obviously, I hope that he recovers quickly and continues to play baseball at a high level, but it is nice when a professional athlete hurts themselves in the way that we hurt ourselves on a regular basis, because you kind of think to yourself, I guess that means I'm almost like a professional athlete.
I know, you're subject to an official announcement like this.
He had a little mishap in the shower, entering the shower, the bathtub, and so slipped, and it's a sand ankle, and so day to day.
Day to day. I mean, that seems such a dramatic response to the fact that he's not going to be playing on the Dodgers for now.
But how embarrassing that you have to be like, you have to watch an announcement from your manager saying like he had a mishap in the shower.
But yeah, that's where I wonder.
Yes.
Maybe that was the lie. Like, was there potentially a more? Because if you're going to go with that as the public announcement, slipped on his way into the bathtub.
I thought I was seeing another gay sports highlight. I was like, oh, great, cool, a mishap in the shower? I can't wait to read about this. He just fell.
I hope they do Freddie Freeman bathtub bobblehead night, where it's just shots.
It's just the bobblehead. It's like, whoa, under the bath.
I just know that if you've ever been injured in a shower, which apparently happens way more than you think, it's quite common. That it's either because the floor is slippery.
You think that's the most injury-ridden room in the house? Because I would say kitchen.
No, it is. The stats are out, and it shows that is the most dangerous room in your house. It is more so than
even
the
when
kitchen.
you're by open flames and sharp knives in a kitchen?
Because I think everything in the bathroom is made out of hard surfaces. Everything's just hard. Everything is just ramp tile. There's no one's got a rug down there unless you have one of those weird old swinger bathrooms that have shag carpeting. For the most part.
Why are you criticizing my bathroom?
Oh, you have that too?
No,
oh my God, you gross monster. We return in a moment with an announcement that will change everything forever. I don't want to oversell and underdeliver, but that seems to be a theme with the show. If you've never listened to this show before, and I don't blame you, you will want to hear what we have to share with you next in exactly 4.5 minutes right here on KROQ.
KROQ.
Coachella might be one of the most iconic music festivals in the world.
The countdown to Coachella will be coming to a close very soon.
Headliners are Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
Welcome to Countdown to Coachella.
This is going to be epic.
It's KROQ's Countdown to Coachella.
Welcome to a new kind of attention.
Listen at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to find out how you can win 3-day passes to Coachella. April 11th to 13th and 18th through 20th, Empire Polo Club in Neo. Featuring
Hey, this is Billy Joe from Green Day.
Green Day, Post Malone, Lady Gaga, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, and Jimmy E. World. The Prodigy, The Original Misfits, Basement Jacks, Joe, Lola Young, The Beaches, and tons more. KROQ's Countdown to Coachella. Keep listening to win. Courtesy of Google Voice.
The world famous KROQ.
KROQ, if you'd like to join us, win yourself a prize and play some first impressions with Vanessa, the master of many voices. Get on the phones now at 800-520-1067 because we got up for grabs tickets to Pulp Rock, Tarantino Pulp Rock, a high-octane live rock spectacular.
And Quentin Tarantino has made some incredible films over the years.
Some of the best.
Some of the best, and some of the best monologues in movie history, some of the best, most heightened moments with a lot of swearing, but we figured Vanessa would be incredible at replaying some of those.
She's never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie ever, so let's start with that. Never seen one, but she will be recreating some of the most iconic scenes, and you will, of course, if you win these tickets, you'll get to go to the Tarantino Pulp Rock, where you'll get to watch these iconic films and the soundtracks performed live at Cinevita at Hollywood Park. And also, everyone who qualifies, everyone who wins those tickets this week, someone is going to get the VIP experience, including a VIP booth, comes with champagne, snacks, dedicated waiter, waitress, valued at over $1,000. That's the grand prize. So you will have an amazing night celebrating the fine, legendary career of one Quentin Tarantino.
Vanessa has never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Nope.
And she's never successfully pronounced Quentin Tarantino.
That's true. All week, as she's been talking about this prize we have, she's been saying,
Quentin?
Quintanana. So we're like, what? You talking about Quentin Tarantino still? She goes, I think so. So we will play you. She's recreated some scenes. She's been working on this all morning long, which is why we had to wait until 8:30 roughly to get this on the air.
She wants time to perfect her craft.
We will play a clip of her doing a scene, and all you got to do is tell us which Quentin Tarantino movie it's from. And if you're able to identify which scene the movie is from, Allie will write your name down, and we'll pick a winner and give you some tickets. All right, let's say hi to Rebecca in Valencia. This is not going to be easy, but if you're up for the challenge, welcome to KROQ. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. We'd love you to win this. Once again, as you know, Vanessa is the master of many, many voices, and we will go ahead and play you the first scene right now from a Quentin Tarantino film as performed by Vanessa. Listen closely. Here we go.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their jobs. Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. She wasn't doing anything special. What special? What's special? Take you in the back and S your D? I go over 12% for that.
All right. Now, listen, I know this movie.
Iconic.
That is an iconic scene. Only who knows if that'll be performed again if you win these tickets. Do you know what Quentin Tarantino movie that is from, Rebecca?
I am going to guess because I'm also the worst, but Pulp Fiction, is that a thing?
Show me Pulp Fiction. No,
Is that a thing?
not. Pulp Fiction is a thing, but that is not a scene from Pulp Fiction, which is too bad because it is a quite iconic scene, Allie. I'm going to play you the actual scene right now, and then we'll go to the next one. We have multiple scenes to share with you. I don't want to give everyone the opportunity to guess that one, but this is that actual scene took place from one of the, I believe, the first. I think it was the first Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
Really?
I believe so. It was the first one I think I ever saw, and it was this scene from Reservoir Dogs.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But, I mean, this tipping automatically is for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job.
Hey, this girl was nice.
She was okay. I mean, she wasn't anything special.
What's special? Taking the back and s***ing.
So, I don't know. I think Vanessa and Steve Buscemi had similar delivery.
Yeah, can I just hear a little bit of Vanessa's impression now? Because now that I recall Steve Buscemi's delivery, I would just like to hear a little bit because she got the.
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip.
But you sped up her speaking a little bit.
I'll tip if someone really
right. That's her Steve Buscemi.
If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's tipping automatically. It's for the birds.
All right. Well, there you go. Beautiful.
It's for the birds.
It's a beautiful recreation right there. This is First Impressions with Vanessa. We move on. We say hi to Armando now. Armando, I hope you can get one of these right so we can give away these tickets. Good morning, Armando.
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Good. I hope you're a fan of Quentin Tarantino. More importantly, I hope you're a fan of Vanessa Tarantino as she is recreating some of these iconic scenes. And here is your scene. Listen closely.
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negatives, I collect your effing head. Whoa. Just like this effer here. Now, if you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right. Feel like I'm in the movie with Vanessa. Do you have any idea what Quentin Tarantino film that line comes from?
So good. I believe it's from Kill Bill Volume 1.
Let's find out if you're right.
ただ今問題になったことは除きますが
The price you pay for bringing up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is I collect your head. Just like this here.
やろうと同じようにね
Now, if any of you sons of got anything else to say, now's the time!
Beautiful.
Woo!
Beautiful.
I gotta watch that again.
I didn't think so.
Equally intense. I think Vanessa's version was almost as good. Armando, hold on.
Anything else to say?
Yeah, hers was like if Rosie Perez got the role. But still...
Don't bring up her Chinese heritage.
Yeah. Once again, this was just a clip of Vanessa.
What? Does he look?
Oh, hold on. That's the next one. Hold on. That's the next one. There's too many clips of Vanessa here doing Tarantino to keep track of it all. This was her once again doing Kill Bill just to bring you back to the moment.
If you son of a bitches got anything else to say, now is the effing time.
All right, Armando, hold on 1 second. Congratulations. You got yours right. People, big fans of this game on the text line. I can hear Vanessa recreating Quentin Tarantino films all day, every day. Well, we got one more chance for someone to lock in on this. And what a prize, because someone's going to end up in a VIP booth enjoying a whole night of Tarantino. All right, let's go to... All right, not to get over dramatic here, but this will be emotional, I'm sure, for many people, myself included, and some people have accused me many times of not having emotions. I was trying to deal with it in therapy and told the therapist I was going to drop me.
She didn't drop you.
She told me she wasn't going to see me anymore, and I didn't say that.
I think she had one small availability problem, and you were like, she hates me.
Well, regardless, it's not going to work out for me. But
regardless, you are bad with emotions.
It's not about me. This is about someone else.
Yeah.
Someone that is way more significant in the history of this fine radio station, 106.7 KROQ, world famous for a reason. And when I found out that I would have the opportunity to do mornings on KROQ, it was really all I ever wanted to do in my life, but I knew that that would mean it was bittersweet because it would mean that the show that I so admired, which was the Kevin and Bean show for 30 years on KROQ, wouldn't be there. And that was one of those moments that I was willing to settle for as a sellout that was hoping to get a big paycheck, but I never got a big paycheck, so really the joke was on me.
Yeah, and I will say that as long as I've been on KROQ, anytime we post anything or tell people to spread the word about the show, we always get at least one bring back Kevin and Bean.
Yep.
And
they're
rightly
not wrong.
so. I totally get it.
They're not wrong. And it's been nice over these past few years to be able to convert some of you and have some of you that said, I swore I would never listen to that station again. You ripped my best friend away from me. And this is just a little history for those of you that are new listeners. This was just some of what Kevin Ryder said during his final broadcast here on KROQ, which, believe it or not, was 5 years ago as COVID was setting in.
This radio station was built by a lot of people before me. A lot of those people are verified lunatics. The world famous KROQ was built by lunatics. Rick Carroll, Rodney Bingenheimer, Richard Blade, Jed the Fish, former program director Kevin Weatherly,
Klein Alley Show,
Jimmy Kimmel, Matt Money Smith, Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, Lightning, that guy Bean, R.I.P. It's crazy.
It was very nice to get a mention from him during that his sign off.
And yeah, that was totally real.
He said many more things, and it was much more heartfelt. And it ended with this:
to everybody that worked here in any capacity, thank you. Your loyalty has been very humbling and appreciated. And to everyone I work with, it's been a crazy fun ride. It had to end sometime. Sorry it ended so suddenly, and sorry it happened like this. I'm gonna go sleep for about a week. Okay, bye.
Dude.
And I didn't think that we would ever hear Kevin Ryder on KROQ again, which sucked for so many reasons and for so many people.
And when you work in this industry, it can be extremely brutal. Being fired is never fun, and it is always unexpected, but you would think a radio veteran, a Hall of Famer like Kevin Ryder would have gotten better treatment. And that's what everyone was outraged about, rightly so.
And if you don't know what a Hall of Famer sounds like, I just want to play you this clip because some people, believe it or not, may not know the legend that is Kevin Ryder, but here's a clip.
And now it's time for a moment with Kevin.
What kind of city is it? Is it tourist city? What does it do?
A moment with Kevin.
Omar, you got to witness the genius firsthand for many years, and
I'm sure you question every day being a part of this show and go, why can't I be on a legacy show like Kevin and Bean anymore, right, Omar?
He says it at every one of our meetings.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, there you are. What's up, Omar?
Okay, yeah. I mean, what just happened right now, you forgetting to turn on my microphone, is very reminiscent to the great Kevin Ryder. So, I don't miss it that much, turns out.
All right, turns out you still get it every single day. Yesterday, in the middle of the day, people were just listening to KROQ, and they heard this.
Guess who's back? What? Back again. Woohoo! Kevin's back.
Find that hard to believe.
Got no friends. Kevin's back. Kevin's back. Kevin's back. Kevin's back. Kevin's back. Kevin's back. Kevin's back.
KROQ. She's a spaghetti girl.
We've created a monster. Nobody listens to KROQ no more. They laid off everybody that was here. But if you want KROQ, this is what we'll give ya. Mediocrity and Klein. When he was last here, ratings dropped fast, a lot quicker than my stocks when he got locked out of KROQ's kitchen. Guess what? Kevin's back. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Fix your bet to Tana Tuna, turn it up a little. You waited this long, never say never. Kevin's back and introducing the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We gave him a job, a new endeavor, but he ain't too smart and he ain't very clever. So the FCC just lets him be, cause they cannot understand what he's saying. They tried to shut him down, ha ha ha. We put Kevin back on the frequency. Well, we tried to reach out to Bean, but he wouldn't return our calls, you see, cause we're all bankrupt. Odyssey, and put Kevin back on the frequency. Well, we need a little controversy, so everybody just follow our lead and pretend you are kind of happy that Kevin's back on the frequency. KROQ, what did we do? What did we do? KROQ.
That song ended. That ended. So now we're going to talk. That's over. That is over. You dumbass.
A pleasure and an honor to welcome back to the home that he built, lived in for 30 years. The great Kevin Ryder is back on KROQ.
I got to tell you, it's weird to be introduced as a huge guest.
Well,
and to be teased all morning as a mystery huge guest.
Yeah, because I did that for so many years where I would hype up guests and go, they're great. This is going to be great.
Meanwhile, you're thinking to yourself, God, I hope this tracks with the listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
clue.
In this particular case, we knew that everyone would be equally excited, and phones are already lit up, as I knew they would be. Text line is on fire. People still think this is part of a cruel April Fool's joke. So would you like to clear up the air on that, at least right away?
Yes, I am not working here.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
So this was all just a bit.
Yes.
Goodbye. The great Kevin Ryder. What a treat.
No, they asked me when I wanted to come back, when we were talking about it, and I said, April Fool's. You got to do it on April Fool's so people don't know.
So how did it feel yesterday walking through these doors?
It was really odd because everything is the same except for it's a little off. It's just like the world is exactly the same as it was, and yet every little thing is different. Running the controls was different.
It's crazy when you see like stains that were on the carpet when you left that are still right there.
That I made.
Yeah, stains that you made.
Right.
Yeah, you are a legend, like we've said. Those are Hall of Fame stains right there.
I know exactly what they are, and I do not want to get near them.
It's hard because in the time since you left KROQ, you did pop up on other podcasts, other radio stations, and it always sounded off to me because your voice is so synonymous with KROQ. And I always, just like Kevin Weatherly coming back after leaving, this place has a weird way of sucking you back in, and it seemed like almost poetic that it would be. I knew it happened. I was hoping I would still be here to witness it happen, and I was hoping you wouldn't take our job, but still, here you are.
I didn't know that it would happen. I didn't know that.
Really?
No.
Not even a piece of you thought?
Did I want to? Yeah, but I didn't think it would, no. I just didn't think they would make the moves until, am I allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, I think that it's time to just clear the air and be.
Yeah, new management, terrible.
New company.
Yeah, terrible.
No, I'm saying now, as of the last
Oh, you didn't think it would happen now, right?
Right. There's new management now, and the people that were at the top are not at the top anymore, and it makes a big difference. And then Kevin Weatherly came back, and he was my program director for 27, 28 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. And he's the person that I trust most in the world.
Well, you obviously have been on the airwaves of KROQ for many, many years, and it was really devastating to see you go, and I think a lot of people are really happy right now. And one question I've always wanted to ask you, as somebody who is a Hall of Famer, as someone who's been doing this successfully for many, many years, did you ever feel like you were truly good at your job?
No, God, have you heard me?
Yeah.
We've got to get to the bottom of what in the hell is going on with this Blue Man group. These guys, they paint their faces red.
Paint their faces red.
Hey, Kevin.
The amount of time between blue and red was about 1.5 seconds. Hey, Omar.
What's happening,
Your
man? How
brain
are
is
you?
broken, man. It really is.
Man, it's been broken the whole time. That's why it's weird to me. People say Hall of Fame, okay, but have they heard me talk?
Right.
There's also this.
Is that so? He doesn't.
It's
Are
not
you
common.
a regular Duck fan? You watch all the time, him?
Beautifully said.
That is not edited.
It's not. Should be.
I think that might be my favorite one because I just kept adding nonsensical words one at a time onto. And something in my brain said, yeah, if I just say this, it'll all make sense
eventually. And how did you know? That's why you are Hall of Fame, because you can take a sentence, it's not even a sentence, just a word jumble, and make it such an amazing moment that brought so much joy to so many people. Stanley, you're on KROQ. I knew this would happen, but you are listening to the actual real Kevin Ryder back in the KROQ studios. An article that I think just dropped this morning from Variety explains that you will be back on KROQ. Go ahead, Stanley.
Heck yeah. I just want to start off by saying it is so great to hear the legendary Kevin Ryder.
Thank you, Stanley.
KROQ, dude. I have to admit, dude, I was one of the KROQ listeners that kind of, man, where's my dudes, Kevin and Bean at? I'm not going to listen to the radio station because of what they did to them. And I felt so bad because, I supported the radio station for many years. But as soon as I heard that, I was like, I don't know. So, I'm one of the returning listeners, and I am so glad that Kevin Ryder is back. It's actually my birthday today.
No, this was planned for you.
Yeah,
way to make this all about you.
It's all about you.
Yeah, man, but it's an honor to, to hear you guys, talk to you guys, especially Kevin Ryder. I've been listening to you guys now. It's like it's the best. It's great news. Let me tell you, I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of KROQ listeners that it is so awesome to hear that voice back on the radio.
I got to tell you, it is a weird thing to have lived my life where I thought maybe someday I could work at a market like Los Angeles. It wouldn't be at a cool station. It would be at a lame station.
Yeah.
But I'd be in the market, and then to work at KROQ, this legendary station that so many people in the mid-'70s and all through the '80s built. And then to stay here for that, none of it makes sense to me.
Well, the good news is you missed this period where we went through a weird, Post Malone hip-hop phase, but now it's all back to the
Oh, yeah, we
bands
played a lot of Kid Cudi while you were gone.
Yeah. But don't worry, it's back now.
We're playing a lot of corn now.
So you're going to hear a lot of that. That's back.
Omar has probably 15 hours of me messing up.
It's so
I can whip
funny.
that out.
What's funny, too, is that, as we are constantly running out of storage and the computers are crashing here, they always tell us delete old files. And there's twice a week I come across Kevin Ryder files. And for 5 years now, I have that. I have the right click. Well, all I got to do is click delete. I'm not doing it. I refuse to delete these files because not only they bring us all such joy, but I had a feeling, a hope in my heart that eventually this moment that's happening right now would happen. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. Go ahead.
Hey, Kev Dog, it's me, your former sports guy and current superstar, Jimmy Kimmel. Just wanted to welcome you back to KROQ. It's crazy that after all of these years, you are still unemployable anywhere else. Too bad Hooters is closing. Good luck back on KROQ. Seacrest out.
What a nice message.
That was really Jimmy Kimmel.
That's really great.
Really
that
Jimmy
guy
Kimmel.
loves you, huh?
He does, yeah. He's the best.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's nice that you're here because now we can ask you for advice on things that we should do on the air. For example, on Friday, we're supposed to pierce Klein's nipple, and management has told us, please do not do this. Now,
No, it's not please do not do this. We got an email from the head lawyer, Mike Dash, who I think said he was busy working on the Kevin Ryder deal.
He sent us legal copy paste.
How did you let it get out to them that you were going to do it?
Well, thank you. We did something else on the air a couple of weeks ago that we did not tell anybody about, and because this show is now being live streamed, the bosses saw it and got pissed that we never ran it up the flagpole. So now for this, our producer's telling us we got to try and run it up the flagpole because we can't get in trouble again.
Now.
Yeah,
it's just all flagpoles. But now, I mean, you guys did tons of stuff that you didn't ask permission to do, and you probably thought you were going to get fired over all kinds of stuff.
You asked for forgiveness, not permission. That's the rule. You know that.
Yeah, Vanessa, I know, and I don't know what happened is that Vanessa has recently gotten very scared of the lawyers because they sent her a threatening letter, and so as a result now everything is getting we talk about it on the problem.
Once they start citing they're like, according to document 1C 5.2, and you're like, oh god, I can't win this battle.
Dave, you're on KROQ. Go ahead. A lot of people just want to say hello to Kevin Ryder for the first time in a long time, and he's back now on KROQ. Don't believe us? We're on YouTube streaming right now. You can see what he looks like. The guy is the ageless wonder. What's up, Dave?
Hey guys, good morning. Hey, good morning. Thank you so much, and welcome back, Kevin. This is Dave from Long Beach. I'm 42. I've been listening to you to KROQ for, I don't know, since I was 7, 8 years old, and I used to listen to Kevin and Bean on my ride to high school, and you guys it was just such a great show. And Kevin, I'm really happy that you're back.
Thank you.
It's full circle. Allie and Klein have done a good job.
Agreed.
But Kevin and Bean, was just a special place in my life. And, thanks for everything that you did. And welcome back. When I was picking up my kids yesterday from school, I heard the song at 3:00 and I couldn't believe it. So anyway, Kevin, welcome back, and really do appreciate you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's very cool.
You got people, hold on, another celebrity on the phone that wants to say something. Go ahead.
Hey, Kev Dog, me, Jimmy Kimmel again. Remember me? Of course you do. I'm a massive celebrity now. It's so great hearing you on KROQ again. Do you get to fire Klein Alley's show, or can I do that?
Oh.
I guess we'll just wait until Bean gets here so we can kick the lesbian and the Jew to the curb.
Wow. Jimmy Kimmel.
What's
happening?
What is
edgy.
Wow. I don't like that Jimmy Kimmel. I thought he was a nice guy. Now,
he's a very emotional guy. I mean, Kevin, when you left, Jimmy Kimmel cried.
Yeah,
you were only like a million other people can do that.
I mean, it wasn't just me.
Right.
Like everybody was fired.
Of
That's
course.
what angered me was that the people who didn't need to be fired, our support staff who worked 70 hours a day, got fired. Like, it was the beginning of the pandemic.
Fired.
Omar didn't. No, Omar's a traitor.
Well, it's
that's right.
Omar's a traitor.
You should have laughed.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Omar is a minority hire for the company. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's got a few different nationalities, so you check a lot of boxes.
Checks his tons of boxes.
Most of them are fake. He lies about most of them.
Tyler, you're on KROQ now, and it is an honor to be able to say that once again, and for the first time in a long time, Kevin Ryder is on KROQ and will be on KROQ for the foreseeable future. We'll give you those details coming up because there's still a lot of confusion about that. Go ahead, Tyler.
How's it going, man? Kevin, I'm just freaking out. I heard you on the radio. I love Kevin and Klein and Alley, but you're awesome. I remember listening to you almost my whole life with my pops. I remember coming home from a Kobe Bryant game right after he first got signed from high school and listening to you and Bean and talk to Kobe Bryant. I mean, so many memories as a child. But I appreciate you, Tyler Stone, Los Angeles native. You're the best.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I think what he's saying in all of that is
that I'm old.
Is that you have been around for a long time.
A lot of people say that, and I know they mean it as a sincere compliment.
Right.
But in my head, I hear,
wow,
I'm old.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
You're like, my grandparents used to listen to you.
Right,
and you're like, my God.
The weirdest part for us, because, for me, selfishly, this is the only job I ever really wanted in the world, understandably. But it was only a job I wanted to work at KROQ because of what you had made this place, right? And whenever I tell people, what do you do? I work at KROQ. They go, KROQ. I used to love KROQ. Kevin and Bean, the best. And I go, well... Here's the thing.
And he was talking to me.
I was talking to Omar. I said, God damn it, Omar, you know the situation. And I said, but we're there still. And they go, really? All right, well, I should check that out sometime. But the concept, and a lot of people were so mad about how things went that they felt like, in some ways, this place, and luckily a lot of the people that made those terrible decisions are long gone now.
Yes.
That they basically stole their best friends from them. And as a result, a lot of people really never gave us even a shot. The fact that we have anyone that listens to this show is shocking. And the fact that they felt the need to bring you back to help promote that even more gives us a sense of where we stand right now.
Here's
but
what I love. I love that they fired us, and then they immediately put you on.
Right.
And then you guys had to be funny during the pandemic.
Yeah. from our houses for the most part.
From your
and
houses,
amidst a total S storm,
Yes.
where we looked like the villains.
Yes.
And I mean,
I
people
was
are gonna.
really angry that they treated you guys that way. I was like, put somebody else in there as a buffer. Don't just throw you guys.
Well,
We thought we were.
I think we're the buffer still.
You are the buffer.
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
Yeah, Kevin, if they fired us today and said, "Hey,
Nope.
you're not going to do it."
No, I haven't gotten up this early in about a year and a half.
Jesus
That sounds
Christ!
so
I don't
nice.
do anything before 11 a.m. I just tell people, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm
Yeah,
busy.
I tried to text you throughout this a little bit. You and I chatted a bit, and more often than not, it was me just making sure that Kevin wasn't planning on coming back here to take our jobs, and he pretty much every time said, "Please don't text me before noon ever."
Wow.
But specifically, but also don't text me. Is what
You
he
earn
said.
that luxury, man.
I know, it's a nice luxury here. Hold on, there's so many. Every line, as you can imagine, I just want you to see the effect you have on the people. Look at that. Every single line is full here, and they don't like to pay for these phone lines.
Of course.
Let me say hi to Rebecca. Go ahead. The ladies love you. Kevin Ryder back on KROQ. He'll explain exactly why he's back on KROQ. It's not just today. It's not just yesterday. He will be here for at least a week, we believe, this time. What's up, Rebecca?
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to say welcome back.
Thank you.
I have been listening to you guys since I was in third grade, which was 1986. So thank you very much. I was not allowed to listen to KROQ when I was younger.
That's the
And
proper.
it was like a
That's the
sneaky
proper
thing.
move for parents. You shouldn't have been listening.
Whenever parents do calls, you hear kids in the back seat of the car. We think like that's great, they're listening, but also what the hell's wrong with all of you?
You're a parent. Do that first.
Romeo, you're on KROQ. Good morning. Hello,
Good morning,
Romeo.
good morning.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? I just want to give Kevin his love. That I've been listening to KROQ forever, and then when they were gone, I think like LA, they were kind of unhappy the way they left. And it was funny yesterday when I heard him on the radio that he was coming back. I was taking my kids to baseball practice, and they were like, "You listen to this station?" I go, "Well, it's funny." I go, "You guys got to listen to it." But
That's a
the
great
worst.
story.
Can I just say this is the worst, and I'll tell you why. Because this guy who listened and spent time with us and found us funny was trying to get somebody, and people who don't know us or listen to, they don't care at all,
No.
and they shouldn't.
No, they don't.
So you run into two people. One of them loves us, and the other one is driven crazy by the person who loves us.
The best is when, I'm sure you've experienced this before too, but someone who listens to this show, listens to our show, listens to KROQ Lifer, stuck with us through you and then stuck with us, saw me out, asked to take a picture, and I took a picture, and then right away I walk away and someone goes up to him and goes, "Who was that guy?" And he's like, "Oh, he's on the morning show I like." And the other person goes, "I told you he was a nobody," which is like the worst feeling you can get, because the people that know, they care a lot, and that's why the fans of this radio station, not just radio, but KROQ specific, KROQ listeners, it's a totally different breed.
Agreed. KROQ listeners are the most unique people in the world, and they're the actual reason that this radio station is what it is, what it has been.
And they're so passionate. They feel, it's like SNL. You have to, there's all these different cast members, right? And you have your favorite cast. And in a way, Klein and I feel like we're new cast members, and we're never going to be as good as the OGs. But
Allie's the Pete Davidson.
I am.
She's a buffer.
I'm what?
The buffer.
So
I am part of the buffer.
So we
but
don't have funny people like Ralph on this show.
Yeah,
so
I know.
that's Jay.
But it is kind of like new cast members meeting old cast members, and that's what's beautiful about this moment.
It is.
I want to let everyone have a word. You'll have a lot of chance to talk to Kevin, because Kevin's announcement, I guess, I don't want to blow. It's your announcement, so why don't you make it?
Am I announcing something?
I mean, people want to know when they'll hear you.
I am coming back in the afternoons. I will be on from 3 to 7 every weekday.
Listen to that. Every single weekday.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Bad timing, if I could just...
Terrible timing.
You want to do that again?
Let me do it again.
Yeah, let's do
Every weekday from 3 to 7.
Let's retake that announcement. Hold on. Let's set it up again. We'll edit this out. And now, the great Kevin Ryder with a big announcement.
Every weekday from 3 to 7.
No, that's my fault. That was on me.
Man.
That one's on me.
I know.
Whenever
Every
you're
weekday
ready.
from 3 to 7.
You'll get...
Me?
If you're wondering what you may hear, here's just some stuff you can get excited about.
And now it's time for a moment with Kevin.
Because there's something about it that makes you
I'm
enjoy
going to turn it down just to make sure people can't see what I'm listening to. They can't hear it if they pull up to the stoplight or whatever.
That was a moment with Kevin.
You say so many things that make me feel like I'm the dumb one, that I can't figure it out, which is kind of genius how you do that.
I don't, not on purpose.
And now it's time for a moment with Kevin.
It's not a hard one, but if you heard it, but it is the way you heard it.
That was A Moment with Kevin.
Shut up, Omar.
Hey, Lindsay on KROQ. Good morning, Lindsay.
Hi, long-time listener of KROQ. I've actually spoken to Kevin like 3 times, but first time talking to Klein and Allie, so thanks for talking to me.
Sure.
I just wanted to say I heard you on the radio yesterday, and I thought I was losing my mind. I was like, what is going on here? But welcome back. We're really excited to have you because you're a legend here in LA.
Thank you. That's
thank you very much.
Really kind.
The amount of love that people have, I think that we thought a lot of it could be covered by Shohei Ohtani, but it's not. It's still for you.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You feel like I know how excited people should be by me.
Right.
And it's not that much.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they should like me. Okay, I'm likable, but
you don't sell yourself short. You're in the Hall of Fame of radio. There is no greater Hall of Fame to be in than the Hall of Fame of radio, and you're in there. I think a couple of times. I think you're in aren't you in multiple radio?
2, yes.
2 different Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and when I started, I didn't even know there was a Hall of Fame, let alone want to be in it.
Yeah. I mean, but what a moment that you're accepting an award like that and going, hey, maybe I don't deserve this, but you always kind of have imposter syndrome in this job.
1,000% imposter syndrome.
Bobby, we're going to give you the final word. Kevin Ryder will be here. You'll be able to talk to him as soon as this afternoon. Are you going home between this and when you go or no?
I don't know.
Oh, he may just stick around.
Come on, that far. Snap time soon.
Bobby, go ahead.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back, Kevin.
Thanks, Bobby.
Real quick RIP to Val Kilmer. But my question is, how?
Wow. Just a quick RIP.
Wow. Seems like a weird time to put in a tribute.
All right.
Shout out the Iceman. Go ahead.
Yeah. How else did you make it back after them letting you go like this? Like, what was the process for you to heal or to forgive? Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with you. You're a better guy than I am.
That's questionable, but I always knew that my time at this radio station would end. Nobody thinks they're going to work forever at any radio station. The problem that I had was the support staff that was treated very, very poorly. Like, that was harder for me than it was on myself. Because by the time I got fired, I was incredibly tired and you could attest, just the hours alone, without doing the job, just the hours alone suck.
Terrible.
They kill you slowly.
Every day.
But it was really difficult with the way they treated everybody except for Omar, the trader.
Yeah, the trader. Well, he's got dirt on everyone. So
those people are gone.
Yeah.
From the company.
Yeah, the bad people, and there were no shortage of bad people.
There was a purging.
They're all out. So it's so nice because this does really feel like the rebirth of the radio station, the rebirth of KROQ, and to have Kevin Ryder back on the team. It really means that anything is possible. Allie, you want to play that final call here, and then we'll get out of here and get into. We've skipped all the music. We've missed everything we were supposed to do, but it was worth it because we got a chance to talk to Kevin Ryder. Go ahead. You're on with the great Kevin Ryder.
Yo, I can't believe I'm hearing the real Kevin Ryder on KROQ. My headlights exploded yesterday. I thought it was some kind of a joke, but it's real. You're here, and you're here with Klein Alley's show. And look. I grew up listening to Kevin and Bean. I swore I would never listen to another morning show. It was so messed up the way that you left KROQ. It was not right. And now, I found myself listening to Klein Alley's show, and I gotta admit, Kevin, I liked them. And I'm on the live stream right now. I am seeing the old KROQ blended with the new KROQ. It's like, it's like this kumbaya moment. My current self and my childhood self are like having a radio orgasm right now.
That's graphic.
And I know these guys are weird. Sometimes they say some weird stuff. Don't be put off. They're good people. Actually, they're probably not good people, but they're real people and they're funny. And yes, Allie has a weird long neck.
Okay.
And Klein
they're people.
makes some really insensitive jokes. And
super.
They probably should have been sued by now. But I hope that as a KROQ legend, you can give them your blessing.
Okay.
They're trying hard over there.
Okay. Thank you. Shut up.
I love you, Kevin.
We all love Kevin Ryder. Okay, great. Welcome back to KROQ.
I don't know what we accomplished.
From the
I'm
absolute
happy to be here.
bottom of our hearts, seriously. Thank you for being here, Kevin Ryder. A great article just dropped today in Variety that announces you are officially back, have a better contract than we do, so we're super jealous.
I do.
Yeah.
And,
I'm going to pre-record this from home.
We will continue this after this quick break, and then every afternoon for the foreseeable future, 3 to 7, the great Kevin Ryder on KROQ, as the good Lord intended. Quick break, back with more next. Thanks, Kevin.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. The world famous KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Helpful Honda Sound Space.
Oh, man, emotional morning here at KROQ. Hopefully you were just a part of it. You're just joining us. You missed it, but Kevin Ryder is back, baby. He'll be taking over afternoons here at KROQ.
Kevin, I mean, period. Kevin. I've been saying that my whole life. I'll be saying that till the day I die. Kevin.
We all stand by that statement, but it will be starting today at 3 o'clock here on KROQ, the return of the great Kevin Ryder. And a lot of people asking what about what's happened. Megan Holiday, well, she's on vacation this week, which was planned anyway, but then she'll be on at nights here at KROQ. So you didn't lose any of us. The good news, Beer Mug's still gone. That I should point out. But regardless, everyone else is still here for the time being, which is nice.
Someone was saying they want the return of Kevin and beer.
Yeah, well,
Kevin Ryder and beer.
Well, we've got our show going, which is nice in the mornings. As someone pointed out, good news, great news. Kevin Ryder back and Klein Alley Show not fired. I never thought that would happen. Well, the day is young, but here we are together again, and we'll make it worth your while with some Coachella tickets in about 3 minutes. Be ready to win your Coachella tickets. We'll tell you how you can win them from us today, and then you'll win another pair with the great Kevin Ryder at 5 p.m. today right here on KROQ. All right, let's get to your news now.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, the big news this morning is Val Kilmer has passed away at the age of 65. Val Kilmer was the Iceman, the Batman. He was Doc Holliday in Tombstone. He was Jim Morrison in The Doors. He played so many iconic characters. Despite the fact that he was in over 60 movies, he was known for being notoriously tough to work with. And
you guys, Val Kilmer's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if Allie knows the news or whatever, but Val Kilmer died. That's tragic.
It is sad.
Anyways. Really sad. All right, love you. Bye.
It's interesting that someone would be like Val Kilmer. Obviously, was an iconic actor, and he had an incredible career. Is he somebody that people will be crying over in this way?
Yeah. First Goose, now the Iceman. Just one by one.
Yeah,
they're
that is
just
rough.
losing them, and he was one of those guys that I think anytime someone that you admired, regardless if you knew the guy or not, like the films he was in, once they're no longer with us, start to think about your own, mortality.
And your own age,
You
right?
realize that if it can happen to the Iceman, it can happen to any of us.
Well, he was once described as psychotic by director Joel Schumacher. He also never denied being difficult to work with and said himself that he didn't focus on hand-holding and flattering people. He just wanted to focus on the work. A lot like Vanessa. Vanessa doesn't hand-hold and sugarcoat things. She just says what she feels.
When you guys forced me to bleach my tips, in my head, I was going to look like the Iceman. Those sweet frosted tips.
Oh, yeah, you did not.
Did not at all. It's terrible.
He was also one of the youngest people ever to be accepted to Juilliard, and when he made his big comeback in Top Gun Maverick, he took that opportunity to tell everyone, I'm no longer fat. So, just a lot of memorable moments from Val Kilmer.
R.I.P. Iceman.
Whether
R.I.P.
you're a fan of Shohei Ohtani or just a fan of money, you'll probably want to get in line today for Bobblehead Day. This is the first big giveaway of the 2025 season for the Dodgers, and it is going to be a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead. The game is at 5:38 p.m. tonight, so it's going to, I think they're going to open the gates 2 hours ahead of time, but I'm sure you will see the helicopter footage of lines of cars just pouring out around Dodger Stadium well before that. And just for reference, even if you're not a Shohei fan, the gold bobblehead is currently on Etsy for over $1,000. So something
on
that
Etsy.
I'm sorry, eBay, not Etsy.
Jeez.
The other website. And some of these are going for way more than that. So even if you don't care, you should just get one.
Yeah.
Does any other sport besides baseball have to, pull out all these gimmicks to,
there we go.
create some sort of interest in the
Omar
sport?
hates baseball. Yes.
But I'm being real. Does the NFL have John Elway bobble night?
One game a week.
Yeah, the answer is, Omar, yes, all sports now do these giveaways because usually they're money makers for the teams, and so they'll say, hey, this poster of your favorite player is sponsored by Shell gasoline, and you can come get one. But baseball, it does feel like yes,
every game, yeah.
they do need to bribe people. Not necessarily the Dodgers have to, but some of the other teams that can't get asses in the seats.
Yeah, but
you
it's
gotta start
usually
bribing
things
them.
that you don't even. It's not like you're going to the game anyway.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh, cool, a little
Here's a
fanny
towel.
pack. Yeah, or a towel.
But it's weird because nothing made me happier as a kid than going to a game and realizing I was going to get something on the way in. But as an adult, I still get really excited when I think that it's a handout night, and then sometimes when the handout sucks, I'm like, oh man, that's like a poster. Is the
I love
worst
a
thing.
handout regardless.
I know you
Every
do.
gym
No way.
towel I own is a given away towel from a game of some kind.
I have so many tote bags that I've just thrown away.
What? You throw them away?
Yes, I don't care about no tote bag.
Oh, you can make use of any tote. Come on, reusable shopping bags.
Allie's company towels at home all are matching because they say Arco on them.
Oh, I support every single team.
Get out the Arco towels. We got company coming over.
I'm not a Lakers fan, but I got a Laker towel and I use it.
I bet you do.
And then the 2 eaglets in Big Bear Valley have officially been named. This was the days-long system where everybody was paying $5, $10 to submit some kind of a name. Then those names were going to be reviewed by a bunch of third graders in Big Bear, and now they have officially been named Sunny and Gizmo. And if you think about it, Sunny was the astronaut that was left on the International Space Station for 9 months. So not a great luck name, but still an iconic name.
Congratulations, birds.
That's
Congratulations. That's what the great fun That's right. And that.
You know my favorite...
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Seems like we all caught some Kevin. That guy's contagious.
When you say congratulations, birds, and then the sound drop does not play after it, you just
weird.
sound like an idiot.
Yeah, like why would you do that?
Congratulations.
I can't find it instantly, man.
I thought you were that good.
Holy crap, man.
Fault. For those of you that are new, we got new listeners now that are back on KROQ for the first. There it is. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Hey, good to have you with us. What an exciting morning. Kevin Ryder back. There's the big headline. Let's not bury the news, bury the lead. He will be returning to KROQ in the afternoons. I'm sure they offered him mornings, and he said, I'm not waking up. So we get to live another day here on Klein Alley's show.
By the skin of our teeth.
Make it worth your while by getting you tickets to Coachella. We will do that at some point this hour. In fact, I think we're going to do a round of Mother Knows Best for Coachella tickets, which means if you still have a mom that takes your calls, we'd like to ask you some questions about your life. These could be personal, intimate questions. We'll ask you the questions, get the real answers, and then we'll see how well your own mother actually knows you. And sometimes it leads to some uncomfortable, awkward moments, but the reality is you will have a closer relationship and could score you tickets to Coachella. So if you want to join us and your mom still takes your calls, the number to call is 800-520-1067.
We always get some nice reveals during Mother Knows Best.
Always do.
It's always uncomfortable in the best way.
Yeah, moms seem to know everything about everything, but then there's things about your personal life you probably wouldn't want them to know, and then it's always surprising when they seem to know those things anyway.
Yes, but I always like it when there's a twist and then the mom reveals something about her sex life.
That was great. Last time that's what happened, right? It was there was some sort of a dildo question, and the mom overshared. And then
Been there, done that, and more.
Yeah.
We're like, oh.
And the daughter was like, oh my God. So anyway, Coachella tickets could be in your future. Plus, everything else we have in store for you this morning here on KROQ. And already, so I wish I could read all the texts that are pouring through, but it's a lot of joy and happiness that will continue this hour, we believe. If you need us, the numbers to join the show, 800-520-1067. Welcome back to KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show. You know, we're willing to do anything to keep you entertained in the morning, even if it ruins our own personal lives, which has happened over and over again. Earlier this morning, heard about how Allie's wife was giving up on her dream of being a tap dancer because we mocked her over the airwaves yesterday.
And Klein was about to be cut off from his wife because he bleached his tips, so he grabbed a box and dyed his hair right back to save his marriage.
Yep. Well, not to save my marriage, but I was trying to get one more in for the road before she left town. Then the reality is on this Friday, I guess it's countdown to nipple piercing day. This all started so stupid. In fact, someone did point out the fact that they listened to the show and re-listened to the podcast, and they claim that I never said that I was going to pierce my nipple.
We played the audio.
I pulled the audio.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll listen
Are we
to
going
it.
back to this?
Well,
it's too late to turn back, man. We're doing it.
Well, I don't want to say we're turning back, but I do want to hear the actual audio if I did indeed claim that there was a nipple that was going to get pierced, because the lawyers have now gotten involved because we spent too much time talking about it on the air. And they heard it, and now there's been a lot of controversy as to exactly what was promised. Someone said nipples. Someone else said a chain connecting the nipples together.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, my God, that's so cool.
And then we'll just pull on it.
No, we're not going to pull on it. And then a lot of people got a
We
chance.
can hang you like those suspension people.
Yeah.
What if you like it, Klein? This is your new kink.
This is why I don't want to try anything. I don't want to try anything freaky in the bedroom because I'm afraid I will love it, and then I'll be one of those guys who's walking around with a leash on.
Come on, Cake Boy.
Cake, am I Cake Boy?
Kink
Boy? Oh,
Kink
Kink
Boy.
Boy. That's a new nickname.
I like it.
Here's some of the concerns that are pouring through, and I understand why. In a moment, I'll read you this. I don't know why the lawyers are so funny because they don't care about anything we do. They don't listen, and then as soon as we're about to have fun, they get very involved in trying to ruin the fun of the show.
What I hate is when they start throwing the legal jargon at us like it's going to help us understand. Oh, okay, you're right. We shouldn't do this. When I don't understand, think about any contract that you've gotten, right? Even if it's just your cell phone and the amount of fine print that you don't read. There are people whose jobs it is to just read that stuff and understand it, and we are not those people. So
No.
sending us that is going to do absolutely nothing.
But also, they think that they're a lot smarter than we are, right? Because they're the lawyers and they went to special school and they know what big words like litigation mean, and we don't. So as a result, they can just go ahead and tell us, yeah.
You don't know what litigation means?
No. No, I don't.
You have been involved in litigation.
Many times. I'm always at the wrong end of litigation.
I think you probably hired a litigation attorney at one point.
I probably have had to have quite a few of them, but for whatever reason, they have completely tried to shut this down. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but
Guys, sweet divots. Klein, I know a nipple ring is going to hurt, man, but just take it out. Just get the piercing. Right. You technically got your nipple pierced, and then just take it out. There was an episode of a show where the guy had to get, like 4 or 5 piercings for his punishment, and then he just took them out afterwards. I don't know, man. As much as I'm on your side, you're overthinking it. Just take out the nipple ring. It's fine. Caleb, you get that.
I don't have big enough nipples to accommodate more than one. I don't even think I could accommodate one nipple ring, to be completely honest. Not even one.
Let alone many nipple rings.
And I'll show right now to
Well, they have the little studs or whatever. They're just the bars.
Yeah,
I guess,
they can figure it out.
I don't think so. But here's according to the
I do think so. What are you talking about?
This is the lawyer here that sent this message. Under the subject is California Safe Body Art Act. I didn't even know that's like a government situation. A person
Is this you trying to get out of it, Klein?
No, it's not me trying.
This is real.
This is Vanessa said to me.
No. I know it's real, Vanessa, but it seems like Klein is
guys
more on the side of the lawyers because he's trying to get out.
Klein
of it.
was the person last week who was like, well, we probably should let them know. I'm like, what? You have never said that once in the entire time I've known you.
Well,
when we wanted to do something on the air that we knew was probably going to be a problem, it's what Kevin Ryder said earlier, you always ask forgiveness, not permission. And this was the time that you were like, we should probably just tell them and get it cleared.
Y'all guys, I told y'all.
And what's the Safe Body Art Act? Just like
I'm
use
gonna-
an
oh,
alcoholic wipe?
I'm going to read it. According to the lawyer here, a person shall not perform art at any location other than a permitted or permitted temporary body art facility. Body art means body piercing, tattooing, branding, or application of permanent cosmetics. Body art facility means a specific building, specified section of a building or vehicle in which a practitioner performs or demonstrates the proposed body art, including but not limited to tattoos, piercing, sterilization, proper permits, etc. Based upon the information, I don't see how it is possible to pierce Klein's nipples in the studio, which is neither a permitted, permanent, or temporary body art facility. Now,
we could turn it into a temporary one.
Yeah, let's just print out a fake permit.
You know, when people
that's easy.
People have their friends marry them, and they're like, they're a priest for the day or whatever.
Yeah, I was an officiant within 10 minutes online.
Yeah, I think it's called the Universal Life Church or some BS.
Yeah, and this is not body art; it's a body atrocity. So this doesn't count under the Body Art Act.
You must find a practitioner willing to do the piercing and or allow you to broadcast and video the piercing. Must be done at a different location. Klein will need to sign another waiver that confirms that he's willing to do this voluntarily, assumes all risks, including but not limited to infection. I mean, now it just goes into all the things that could happen. Right. Further, you will need anyone present during the broadcast or video to sign a release to appear in the video. If Klein receives any injuries
nobody does that.
As a result of his nipples in the near future, distant future, or for perpetuity, cannot come against us for legal
in perpetuity is the one that they just like jam right at the end there. I don't even know what that means, but it's like in perpetuity.
This is an email that was sent from the Vice President Senior Counsel. Now, I told Vanessa to fight back, and she did send back a response email. Vanessa, correct?
Did she write, okay, volleyball?
Response email? I was trying to do this next thing.
I thought you told the guy it's okay because I'm down with it, and he said it's not okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I got confused with that whole lawyery email. I'm like, they don't know who they're talking to, but
they don't know who they're talking to.
But then one of our bosses responded and said, if everyone else is okay with this, I'm okay with this. And then Vanessa responded and was like, great, since everyone's cool with it, this is the person that's going to be coming in.
No, because with that email, at first I was like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
But then Fed, who's our boss's boss, agreed. So I was like, cool, let's do this. The nipples are getting pierced. But no, that wasn't the case.
And then he responded and was like, Vanessa, I have been very clear, as you could see in my previous email.
Hang on. In Section 119314, the California Safe Body Art Act, with the exception of a temporary demonstration booth, which can be set up inside the studio.
That's not what that says.
Did you just come up with that?
I'm reading it right now.
You're not reading
Page
it.
11 of the Act.
You sound like a stuttering idiot. What did you say? A temporary...
You didn't even say in perpetuity.
Of a temporary demonstration booth as specified in sections 119317. So a temporary demonstration booth could be in the studio.
Oh, because we could... But do we need a special permit for that? We can just say it's a temporary booth, right?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
3 days till nip.
We also brought up the point that, well, we got people tattooed in the studio last year.
Yeah, apparently we weren't supposed to do that.
And they were like, yeah, you're not supposed to do that either. And I guess it doesn't help to bring up other things that you did illegally on the air.
Yeah, we brought up like 6 things we've done, and he said all of those were not allowed. You shouldn't have done any of those.
Yeah, like I don't think coloring your hair last week was allowed.
Well, whatever. All right, so anyway, I'm supposed to get pierced on Friday. We'll keep you posted. But the lawyers here are not making it any fun. Why don't we just figure out when the lawyers' vacation schedule is and just plan all our fun shows around their vacation schedule?
That's a great idea.
We got to be able to figure out when this guy's taking some time off. I feel like they're never there until we try to do something fun, and then they shut us down. Anyway, all right. Well,
562, go to a tattoo shop, you pussy.
Well, that's the next move. We're going to have to go there.
Yeah, but we wanted to do it here live on the air.
I wanted to put it live on the air and live on YouTube. It'd be more fun that way, but that's fine. If we have to, I'll go to some tattoo shop. We get it done on the Venice Boardwalk.
626. So if I'm keeping track, Klein has dime-sized nipples and Omar's mom has sand dollar nipples.
Yeah, it's so messed up.
Nobody has regular nipples on this show. You should meet each other like the tallest person in the world meets the shortest person.
Omar, can your mom loan me some nipple? I'd love some nipple.
Oh my God, hers looks so much bigger next to him.
We got to take a quick break. When we get back, a mother knows best. Coachella tickets are on the line here on KROQ.
KROQ. Guess who's back? What? Back again. Woohoo! Kevin's back. Find that hard to believe. Got no friends. Kevin's back. 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 KROQ. Wow, 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 wow. KROQ. Wow, 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 wow.
She's a spaghetti girl.
We've created a monster. Nobody listens to KROQ no more. They laid off everybody that was here. But if you want KROQ, this is what we'll give you. Mediocrity and Klein Alley. When he was last here, ratings dropped fast, a lot quicker than my stocks when he got locked out of KROQ's kitchen. Guess what? Kevin's back. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Fix your bet to Tana Tuna, turn it up a little. You waited this long, never say never. Kevin's back and introducing the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We gave him a job, a new endeavor, but he ain't too smart and he ain't very clever. So the what he's saying. They tried to shut him down, ha 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 he. We put Kevin back on the frequency. Well, we tried to reach out to Bean, but he wouldn't return our calls, you see, cause we're all bankrupt. Odyssey, and put Kevin back on the frequency. Well, we need a little controversy, so everybody just follow our lead and pretend you are kind of happy that Kevin's back on the frequency. KROQ, what did we do? What did we do? KROQ.
That song ended. That ended. So now we're going to talk. That's over. That is over. You dumbass.
Kevin Ryder back. Weekdays from 3 to 7 on
KROQ.
Need an
Take it out of its bulletproof case, and we start the high voltage food review. You guys need to send words in on the text line, words that if I accidentally say while I review the strawberry, I will be receiving the shock collar buzz, and that will usually send my body into uncontrollable convulsions.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
if you want to see what this looks like, we are streaming on YouTube right now as well, Klein Alley Show. It's the first time we've ever done a live streaming visual high voltage food review, and you can also look at the strawberry, which I'm holding up right now, and you're wondering what does a $20 strawberry looks like? From the outside, it looks, Allie, like any other strawberry. I mean, it's a big one.
Pretty good.
It looks big and plump and juicy, but that looks like every box of strawberries usually get one or two like this, and then a bunch of like runts at the bottom.
That is definitely the strawberry I look for in the box.
Right, this is a good one.
And they always put that one on the top, and then they save the disgusting ones for the bottom.
We will read the buzzwords in a moment. I need to turn my headphones off so I can't hear what they are. That way I will not be influenced. Also, just want to mention before we start this high voltage food review, thank you to reporter KNX, who was able to intercept the shipment before they even made it to Air One.
Reporter KNX? Who's that?
Thank you for KNX reporter.
Reporter at KNX.
She's literally
Shar,
looking at us through the window, appalled. Thank you, Shar.
Who got us this berry. This is a very hard thing to get right now. Allie, do you want to give
I know you're just nervous.
Of course. I don't like having a shock collar on my neck.
All right. Turn his headphones to a different thing.
Hold on. The prongs are digging deep into my, back of my neck, spinal cord area.
Great.
So I just want you to know,
Thank
Allie,
you.
before you get a little heavy finger with the button. That's not a fat joke. You did it. You did it, you bitch. You bitch.
Every time
You're
you
such a
complain,
bitch.
I will turn it up. How's that?
I was not saying you're heavy. I said you have a heavy finger, and you don't need to push the thing for that. You just need to...
Fat shaming her finger.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I didn't even do it.
Yeah, you did that time.
No,
You did.
I didn't. I
felt
just
it.
hovered
I felt
over it. Oh, my God. All right.
That's how fat your finger is. You hovered over it. It went off.
Okay.
All right.
Keep going. I'm the one with the remote.
All right.
Okay, turn his headphones so now he can't hear us. Okay.
Tell me when you're done.
Klein,
give me
can you
thumbs
hear
up.
it? Okay.
When you're done, give me thumbs up.
All right. Thank you for all the submissions on the text line. I think the buzzwords that we're going to go with are juicy, sweet, fruity, and then just some of the words that I know he's going to resort to. Wow. And we're just going to go with good because let's face it, in the turtle reading group, you don't have the best vocabulary. All right. We can turn his headphones back to the show. Klein, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
It took a long time. That was just 5 words?
Yeah, it was 5 words.
All right.
That
Now
didn't
you're
take a long
complaining
time
about the
at
length
all.
of-
What? Hit him again, Allie.
Oh my God, you are the most critical person I know. I swear to God, I'm going to get so much joy out of this.
Before you hit the button again, please do not. Please do not. Can you put the remote down while I just say this thing?
No.
And then we'll do it. Please do not hit.
Now you're making this take long.
I just want to say,
I want Jake to take over control. I don't think he'd be as nice as Allie.
I think it's interesting, Allie.
I am being nice.
Please
Yeah,
don't hit
you're
it.
being too nice.
I'm saying a nice thing to you. I love you. I think it's interesting.
Hit him, Allie.
Do not. God damn it. Allie, I just want to say something. The reason this show is so effed up is that this...
Effed up! Hit him, Allie!
No, I didn't say anything. Is because this strawberry...
Because! Hit him, Allie!
This strawberry is supposed to be like, for people, the greatest moment of their day. Like, to try it is a whole journey, and the $20... We have made it a unlikable thing now. You were going to probably...
Thank you for explaining the
Okay,
bit.
great.
Can we just get into it now?
Hell? What was that?
It's time
Take
for...
it out.
No,
Okay,
do not hit me. Do not hit me. We got to play The Offspring, and then we'll have to do the high voltage.
Oh
review.
my God.
We got it. We're way behind.
We are not. We're
All right.
fine.
All right, fine. I'm fine. Here we go. We're just going to get it done with.
Let's do it.
High voltage review.
All right, let the review begin. You know the buzzwords. Listen along. Every time I hear one, I will give Klein a shock. And this is Klein trying the viral $19 strawberry that is imported from Japan and currently on sale. Not on sale, but for sale at Erewhon.
Definitely not on sale. Good evening and welcome to the High Voltage Food Review here at KROQ, where we have the ability to try delicious and potentially good foods. Ah! Shoot! Drop the goddamn straw.
You almost dropped the spoon.
I caught it in my hand, even though I'm not supposed to touch it. All right, I won't say that word again.
What are you smelling?
The berry is, so far, just taking it out of the container. It is a very floral, almost fruity. Smell. But it does smell like other similar fruits.
All right, give it a try.
It's like burning in the back of my neck now.
Okay.
I will take my first bite now of the viral $20 straw.
All right, he's taking his first bite. Oh, there's a lot of slobber there. That seemed like a little too much moisture. Thoughts?
It is a delicious journey.
What? Delicious journey.
Flavors.
It just started.
And I will. And it is very, very.
What does it taste like?
It's juicy on the inside. Fun!
All right.
God damn it.
What are you tasting? What are some of the flavors? What makes it different than other strawberries, Klein?
It's got, let me tell you right now, 'cause I know what I can't say. It is, like, think of it's yummy.
Okay.
But also delicate. Delicate to the taste. So much so that it almost tastes like there are like 1,000 little strawberries that are dancing. Can't do the word of the thing. And it's got to be over a minute, guys.
No, it doesn't start till your first bite, so you have a couple seconds left.
I've had a lot more bites.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you.
Official review?
Worth $20? Absolutely not. Is it sweet and nice? Sure. Is it juicy? Yeah, it's a little juicy.
All right.
You missed a word, Allie.
I did?
Yep.
What did he say that I missed?
He said sweet.
Damn it.
Thank you, Jake.
Goodbye. Stupid. That's
All
it.
right, now you can play the offspring.
And let me say something right. God, can't get the stupid thing off my fat neck.
Oh.
Hit him again, fat neck.
No, do not. Do not. Stuck in this.
You can't get
God
it off.
damn it. All right, that's a lot of hype for nothing.
All
I mean,
right.
it's great. It's tasty. Thank
Really?
you.
You think it's a lot of hype for nothing? Is it the best strawberry you've ever had? Come on. Now that you have the collar off, be real.
The best strawberry I ever had has to be smothered in chocolate or whipped cream or powdered
put in a
sugar.
daiquiri or something. Really?
Yeah, or daiquiri. Is it a sweet strawberry? Yeah, sure. If I got this in a fruit salad, would I stop eating the salad and go, whoa, what the hell? Where'd that come from?
Right.
That must be from Kyoto, Japan. And I'll tell you one thing. I didn't really enjoy it when I was getting electricity shot through my body.
You got a lot of it.
Hey, KROQ, Klein Alley Show, an exciting day. If you're just joining us, maybe you missed it, but the great Kevin Ryder.
What's great is that people in the building are like, we had no idea what the hell's going on. Is that Kevin Ryder I just saw in the hallway?
We've had a few people that have wished us well and said, Klein Alley, it was nice knowing you.
I know.
I'm sorry to see you go. And we had to break the news to them that we have not been fired.
Lisa from K-Earth was like, I thought you guys were finally getting the axe.
Yeah, I know. A few people have brought us boxes already, which is very generous. But we are still here doing this dumb show.
And I'll take the boxes.
We got Coachella tickets. They're not going to let us leave before we give away these Coachella tickets. So let's get into a little round of Mother Knows Best.
Now, it's time for Mother Knows Best.
A lot of people on the phone claim that their moms will still take their calls. But the question is, how deep and intimate will the conversations go? Let me say hi to a caller by the name of Samantha. Hello, Samantha.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi, who are you talking to?
Sorry, I'm at work. I just ran out.
Okay. What do you do?
I work at a spa.
At a spa?
Oh, that sounds nice.
That sounds real nice. Samantha, what's your relationship like with your mother currently?
Oh, she's my bestie. That's my girl.
Mm-hmm. But do you tell her like everything, or are there still certain things that you feel like your mom may not know about you?
I mean, there's a few things. I kind of grew up a wild child, so I'm sure she doesn't know everything.
Mm-hmm. But like as far as, sexual stuff, drug stuff, I mean, is that stuff that you would like her to not know as much about, or she still kind of picked up on it over the years?
No, she's picked up on it. She's a smart one.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing about moms, which is interesting, Allie, and you're a mom now, so you can relate to this, is like
that's right. I can relate.
You learned, you didn't know anything. Clearly, your mom is the throat goat, learned a lot, but somehow over the years of being a mom, you just somehow you learn everything. You know everything.
Well, I think what's interesting is that kids seem to still believe that their parents don't know everything. Like, oh yeah, my mom doesn't know, and the parents always know for the most part. They think it's funny that you think that they don't know.
Let me just find out. Samantha, we haven't decided we're going to go with you yet, but Coachella tickets are up for grabs if we do play with you and your mom. I just want to get a sense of what is one of the wilder stories that you've done that maybe your mom doesn't know about.
Oh, man. Probably that I snuck into Heart Summer at 15 when I was underage.
Snuck into where?
Into Heart Summer.
What's that, a festival?
Yeah, it's a festival. You have to be like over 18, and I was like 14 or 15. Told her I was asleep at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems like stuff that people do on a regular basis. Let me just talk to listener Andrew and get a sense of him. Andrew, you still talk to your mom regularly?
I do. I do talk to her.
But
I actually work with her a little bit.
But does she know things about you, for instance, like, if you had a one-night stand, would you tell your mom about that? Are you one of those people who opens up about that? You keep that to yourself?
I usually keep it to myself. I'm sure she knows some stuff, but I usually keep it pretty close to my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, as somebody who has a boy child, I think when he gets older, there's a lot of stuff I will not want to know about my kid.
Of course you would. Why would you? Let me say hi to Annie quickly, listening to us in Rancho Cucamonga. Hey, Annie, what's up?
Good morning.
You talk to your mom regularly?
Every day.
Every day. So any little thing that happens in your life, you think she would know the answer to?
Just about. I mean, she knows basically everything, and now that I'm older, I tell her everything that we did as teenagers. So, yeah.
So now you tell her current secrets and previous secrets, but let's say you got yourself a new sex toy. You would tell your mom that? Was that the sex toy? What the hell was that? It's a great impression. You're nailing it.
We should just do that game. Impressions of sex toys.
Write it down. It's not the worst idea we've had today.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Allie, we got to pick now because one of these people, we're going to ask them 3 questions about their lives, very intimate questions, and then we're going to call the moms. If the moms get 2 out of 3 matches correct, then they will win Coachella tickets. If not, those tickets will go to anyone who's just listening to KROQ.
Well, I always think that the more awkward it's going to be, the better it's going to be.
Yes.
And it seems that, who was the second caller?
Andrew.
Andrew. It seemed like you could tell the nervousness in his voice a little bit.
Andrew, what age? We're going to play with you, okay?
Okay.
Hold on then. We're going to have to
see that nervous laugh.
Andrew's
I can't wait.
How old are you, Andrew?
I am 30.
Okay. What age did you lose your virginity and to who?
I was 16 and to this girl who just graduated high school.
Cool.
Do you remember her name or no?
Yeah, her name was Taylor.
Taylor at 16. That'll be the first question we ask your mom. Let's see if she's able to get that.
Where did you have the sex?
It was at an ABC party, and it was like in someone's backyard. Like we kind of snuck behind the bushes.
Behind a bush in someone else's backyard? That's a pretty good first location.
That's not bad at all. All right, an anything but closed party. We go to question number 2. These are questions we're going to call your mom and ask her in a moment, and let's see if she gets 2 out of 3 right with you. Question 2, what is the hardest drug you've ever done?
Coke.
A lot of it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay,
I would say
How much of it was done at that ABC party?
None, actually. It
Oh.
wasn't until after.
You currently still do Coke?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's good. She'll love that one, I'm sure.
She'll love that. Your mom will love that you still do
I
Coke.
love that. And final question. What is your favorite genre of porn to watch?
Shoot. I guess it's girl on girl.
Allie, shout out for you, huh?
They always love the girl on girl. It's not realistic, and it's
hold
full
on.
of a lot of fake sounds, but guys love it.
Hold on. Andrew, you hang tight 1 second. Vanessa, get Andrew's mom on the phone.
And give him some Coke.
and get that guy some Coke. Pick him up a little bit. We're going to come back with the answers next. Awkward for at least one person, but even just by listening, you could get secondhand embarrassment.
Now, it's time for Mother Knows Best.
All right, where we left off, we were talking to Andrew. I just want to make sure we got his mom ready to go. Is this Diane?
Yes, this is Diana.
Hi, Diana. Good morning. We have your son, Andrew, who we're live on KROQ. I should point that out as well. And he's going to ask you some questions just to see how well you know your son. Is he a good son in general?
Oh, he's perfect. Yes, he's a good son.
I hate to ruin that image, but...
He's
all right.
Perfect? Well, I think we learned in about 30 seconds that he's not perfect.
Yeah, well, let's get to it. Andrew, say hi to your mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
What do you do, Mom? What do you do for a job?
I'm a teacher.
Oh,
I'm a dance
great.
teacher.
God bless you.
You're what kind of teacher?
Dance, PE,
Oh.
athletic director.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, that explains his answer
I can't
to the
believe
third question.
there's a not lesbian female PD teacher.
We don't know. The call is young. You never know. That's probably a stereotype, Diana, that you don't like.
No, I'm not the stereotype.
I got it. We asked your son 3 questions about him, and all you have to do is give us what you believe are the right answers. If you get 2 out of 3 matched correctly with your son, he's going to Coachella.
Okay.
This is exciting for him, exciting for you, potentially, and here we go. Question number 1. We asked your son, what age was he when he lost his virginity, and who did he lose it to? Mom, do you have an answer?
Oh, my God. Okay. Was it Renee? Let's say 14? I don't know. Maybe?
14 Renee. The answer we got was 16 Taylor.
Who's Renee?
Oh, no.
Oh, you are a good boy.
Who's Renee?
Whoa.
Is Renee like the handyman or something?
Is
that comes
Renee a
around?
man? Renee's a man, huh?
Oh, she was this little girl that one of his first girlfriends.
She was
No,
the...
definitely not.
Andrew-
Dang it, Mom.
Andrew couldn't seal the deal with Renee. Loser. right.
But he was a junior and hooked up with a senior.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, well, that's
I do
not
remember.
That's
Okay,
not
I
good.
remember her.
You need to
Okay.
get these next two right now because first one is wrong. And if you can't get 2 out of 3 right, we have to give these tickets to someone who's just casually listening to K-Rock right now.
Dang, I'm sorry, Andrew.
That's all right. You have 2 more chances. Here we go. Question number 2. What do you believe is the hardest drug your son has ever done?
The hardest drug? Coke.
Hey!
Winner, winner!
Mom, you know your boy.
Thank God, Mom.
He's a big fat cokehead.
Bonus question, does he still do cocaine?
No. Oh, man.
I hate to break it to you, but he still loves the Coke. But regardless, I'll give you the point on that question because that is the hardest drug he's done. He claims it's Coke, and he said he learned it from watching you.
Whatever.
No, he didn't say that. All right,
It's easy to run a mile under 10 minutes when you're on cocaine.
We go to one final question.
Okay.
You've gotten one right and one wrong. It all comes down to this. Things about your son you probably wouldn't want to think about, but this is Mother Knows Best, so we have to dig deep. We asked your son, Andrew, what is his favorite genre of porn? And he does love porn, he told us. So if you can tell us what his favorite genre is, according to what he told
come
us.
on, Mom.
Don't say anything, Andrew. You will win your son the Coachella tickets. Mom, go ahead.
I don't know, like girl on girl. I'm sorry, that was a bell. What? Hold on.
Oh, the school bell just went off in the middle of girl on girl.
I think it counts.
Hold on. What did you say, Mom?
I said girl on girl.
Girl on girl is
that a genre?
It takes a PE teacher to know that, and she's absolutely correct.
Wow! The win!
Andrew, tell your mom what it is about the girl on girl that you like the most, Andrew. Go ahead. Tell her.
No, don't tell me.
All right, congratulations.
Get back to class,
Mother
you.
Knows Best. What an exciting round of getting to know each other. Your relationship will never be the same. Andrew, you're going to Coachella.
Woo! Yes!
If you want a much easier way to win those tickets, listen to our good friend, Kevin Ryder. You know Kevin Ryder. He's back on K-Rock this afternoon, starting at 3, and he'll have more Coachella tickets for you at 5 o'clock today, right here on K-Rock. We come back after the Chili Peppers, we do some takeaways, and we get the hell out of here next on K-Rock. All right, we'll do some takeaways and then we'll get the hell out of here. Very emotional show if you're just joining us. The rumors are true. Kevin Ryder back on KROQ. And he's not taking our job, so I like him even more than I did before. He'll be on in the afternoon, starting this afternoon at 3 o'clock, and he'll have some more Coachella tickets for you. And if you missed it, some video stuff posted on our socials at Klein Alley Show, and on YouTube, the return of the great Kevin Ryder to KROQ, where he belongs. Tomorrow, how do we top that guest? Well, we have an AMA with a Hooters girl. Hooters is back in the news again because apparently they're going away, and we always got these AMAs we like to do with different pilots or stewardesses or flight attendants.
She's dumb.
Well, that's Kevin. That's your opinion. We don't know yet.
Just because
I'm just saying, why don't you say less?
Oh.
Well, can't wait to hear what you have to say today, starting at 3 o'clock on KROQ.
F you.
Right. That's good to have you back in the fold.
That's what he said to the Hooters girl.
So anyway, she'll be on tomorrow for the AMA. We got more Coachella tickets for you, more of those tickets. Where are we sending people? Universal Fan Fest. We got that as well. If you need us in the meantime, the GO line is open for you now, 844-956-GOAT. We're going to drop that bonus podcast on you later today. It's called Klein Alley Shover Time. Completely uncensored and fully naked, and wherever you get
you guys going to do it right this time?
This time, we're probably going to not do it right again.
Okay.
Last time, we were getting bled through from a different studio. Today, we'll do it right. Who knows? Maybe Kevin Ryder joins us on the bonus podcast as well.
Cool.
Let's really exploit everything we can out of that guy before he forgets to acknowledge us.
Squeeze him for everything he's worth.
Everyone's still happy now. It's day one, but let's see how things go in a week. That's all coming up. Takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
818, my takeaway is when your wife's going out of town, be sure to ask for some puddings.
Got to ask for some puddings for the road.
213, my takeaway is, huzzah! It's a Chili's renaissance.
Yeah. So stupid. But I think we should go to Chili's again soon. I'm feeling some Chili's.
Sure. 208, my takeaway is Allie has a hairy ass. 909, my takeaway is KROQ's newest sponsors are Wiener Schnitzel and Vahanstavaner. And 562, my takeaway is KROQ must have a terrible retirement and pension plan.
It is terrible. Non-existent, actually.
Yeah.
That's part of it. All right, well, great. Hopefully you're as excited when Allie and I make a random appearance back on this station in 20 years. Have a good day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Jake, you got a takeaway?
Yeah, don't bother me when I'm fluting.
Omar, you got a takeaway?
Yeah, my takeaway is that they brought this guy back to KROQ.
Mark, so you're starting tonight, and are you a permanently on the show? Hey, by the way, if you see Botchko, tell him that we're so over there is not anymore, right?
That one was a great one.
What are we doing? Come on.
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Hey, and now I feel proud of my long question.
Hall of Fame material.
It is part of the fabric of this radio station.
Hall of Fame material. That's all you need to work at KROQ is the inability to use punctuation. Allie, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is we are the go-to show for nipple drama.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
106.7 KROQ. A system of mass communication. The world. All manner of entertainment.
Klein Alley Show.
We will send over the air. Famous. We'll call it KROQ.
Everyone's all excited about Bobblehead Day, but